Yo, what's good? Live chat. There we go. There we go. That was a cool command right there. That was very cool. Very, very cool. They had like a bunch of military people, but they were like in Afghanistan, so they had like a video. So yeah, gonna be a good race today. Hope probably not. Probably not. But it'd be cool if it was a good race. I know it won't be, but it'd be a positive. But yeah, what's up? Atlanta today. Atlanta. I was going to stream during the truck and Xfinity race yesterday, but I didn't because I didn't have access to my phone yesterday. But
one of the big questions with this new aero package
it's
is
no biggie.
tire fall off. We looked at Harvick's laps in practice. Now, the main car there is going to be his last lap of practice, and the trails, lap 1 green, lap 10 yellow, and not so much fall off, Jeff.
Well, not as much as we've seen in the past. This track tends to eat up tires. I think today with the sun being out, we might see more of it. But look at how much difference there is between fresh tires. That's that lead car, and much faster than that last car. And also, I noticed that Kevin Harvick far more disciplined to the bottom of the racetrack as that tire starts to degrade.
Drivers have 12 sets of tires to use for the 5.
It's been a long time since my other Twitter got deleted.
Into the crew chief's hands. Very different story than Daytona 1 week ago.
It was back in like August.
It's race number 2 of 2019 at Atlanta Motor Speedway on Fox.
Oh, it's a Squirrel Geico commercial. That's a good one.
Accidents can happen anytime. That's why Geico's here 24 hours a day, every day. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
How do these other OTC medicines compare to Zysol? Well, looky here. Zysol works faster than Claritin and lasts up to 6 times longer than Benadryl. So for the latest and powerful relief that's just as effective at hour 24 as at hour 1, be wise all. Take Zysol.
I was so embarrassed about paying too much for a used car, I went into hiding in this undisclosed location. That used car website? The price all wrong.
Carfax has a better way. At Carfax.com, you get the most accurate.
So I'm streaming. I know nobody's in the stream right now. No, there's one person in the stream right now. One person is in the stream. Oh, they just left. The one person who was in the stream just left. Because there's a delay on the stream and I wasn't talking exactly as they came in. But, like, yeah, whatever.
Dandruff. Carl and I go everywhere together. Keep dandruff from ruining date night. Carl, how could you?
Selsun Blue helps eliminate annoying itch and flakes. 40 drivers, 3 months of anticipation.
Everybody's in brand new fire suits. Everybody's in brand new paint schemes.
Pit crews get back into race mode. From the race shop, we're building new cars.
Let's go racing drivers!
We gotta live with each other for 36 weekends. People are gonna get pissed off.
There's a lot of crazy maneuvers that guys will do.
We live for those intense situations.
Second place is just the first loser.
Second place is just the first loser. I love that quote. That's a good, because like you still did good, but that you're again still the loser. It makes sense. Atlanta. Oh, someone joined. Hello.
We are ready to race.
This is the start of something big. Great flag in the air. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
The action is going to be intense.
It's amazing how fast you get around this racetrack.
This track is
I should become a NASCAR driver.
the tires are really going to fall off here in a hurry.
I'm gonna be a NASCAR driver.
Puts on a clinic.
And you're gonna ask how, and I haven't thought that far yet. But
Fox welcomes you to the folds of
yeah, Atlanta has good weather. What the fuck? It never happens when we come to Atlanta. Okay, I'm almost caught up with your F1 2018. And I see you've been struggling. Yes.
What a gorgeous day.
and I wasn't able to get the thumbnail yesterday. And like I updated the thumbnail, but YouTube doesn't want to fucking update it for me, so that sucks. I thought I missed it. I thought I didn't upload the Austria race, but apparently I did. But yeah, we're actually I uploaded all the races, but I thought I missed one of them. But fucking yeah, it's been tough a little bit, but it's all right. I'm still gonna win the championship. So Stenhouse is starting in second. This is gonna be strange. So is Kyle Busch starting in the back? Because I know he wrecked during practice yesterday. So did he go to a backup car or?
Luckily for us, we got a front row spot in our little Hug Fruit Bills Ford, so hopefully we can keep.
I'm not really worried. He's come from the back before. At Richmond last year, he started last place and won. And then the other race, he started 32nd and won. So not that nervous.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All forward front row with Almirola and Stenhouse. Let's get late stories from pit road, beginning with Jamie Little.
Well, Mike, there's a lot of talk about Clint Boyer this weekend. He was fastest in both practice sessions and 2 out of the 3 rounds in qualifying. Well, I talked to his crew chief, Mike Bugaravich, sitting right here. He told me single car speed will not win this race. He had to go to work on that car overnight, made a lot of changes because it's all about handling. He said if we can have a little.
So this is the first race with like their new package that they're using this year. I don't know exactly how it all works, but it's all difficult and confusing. You have to upgrade the R&D tree, replace part. What the fuck? I have to do that? I have to do all that? That's some bullshit. I want them to do that for me.
Starting with today, then also factoring in the much warmer weather. Twice he has won in the past, dropping to the back, but never in a backup car. Maybe today's the first. Vince?
Well, normally the talk is about both ends of the racetrack, but for Brad Keselowski, both ends.
Trying to sign into my PlayStation and my iPad's being like dumb.
By the flu bug. He did not practice all of the session yesterday. He took a second IV this morning, and before he climbed in the race car, he told me he's lost about 6 pounds. He's not 100%, but he said he and the car.
Yo, there you are, Jaden. I was about to message you.
Now let's go to Larry McReynolds.
Apparently my stream doesn't give out notifications anymore. It's dumb. I like this angle from Larry McReynolds. You can see all the cameras.
This week, totally different scenario. The driver and the crew chief, they all are.
Let's hope some toxic people don't join the stream again today. It'd be kind of lame. But hey, they're only actually no, I don't care. They're only helping me because they give comments, they give me an extra view, they give me watch time, so it only helps me if anything. So plus, it's just like the stupidity entertainment, like ignorance is bliss, kind of. So if they join in, don't ban them, because it's just. I did not ban her, and don't ban her. Don't do it. I think it'll be entertaining if she because she's just so unintelligent that it's gonna be funny as fuck.
William Byron and team talking about a very stiff wind.
Quite a tailwind on the back.
Nah, I didn't.
Keep that in mind as you're trucking on down there. Coming into the front straightaway.
But no, my dad saw the stream yesterday. Like, my dad was looking back at the stream yesterday from last week at Daytona, where she created that fake account, or had her friend create a fake account, and they started flirting, and he legitimately came downstairs and after seeing those comments, and he was like, she is batshit fucking crazy. Like, and then he was like, I am so sorry that happened to you. And then he said some other words, which I will not repeat, but yeah.
Put him in this backup car at the back of the field. When asked about the backup, crew chief Adam Stevens said, it's shiny.
Kyle Busch to the back of the field, which is gonna fucking suck. But I meant lag. Is it laggy? She better not be fucking laggy. I need some confirmation if the stream is laggy or not.
And hear from the players when they're on the field.
It's not laggy, okay.
For the first snap.
Probably just your Wi-Fi then, bud.
He was talking about that wind. It's huge going down the front. And we'll have a good tailwind down the back. But right now, these guys are up on the wheel.
Anticipating this.
Oh, I got one little bit. All right, here we go.
Flags in the air.
Green flag is in the air. We are racing from Atlanta. So I don't notice any differences in the racing already. So I notice no changes. It looks like a normal restart. Here comes Stenhouse trying to get by Almirola. That front row is pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. And Stenhouse takes the lead.
Junior expected that. We heard him talk about how easy it is to spin the tires in that outside group. So great job to him.
Someone is going to wreck Almirola so he can't win. That's what has happened 3 times. Well, it happened at fucking Daytona last year. But that wasn't intentional.
Well, we know who's going to run high, and he's already there. Kyle Larson.
Yeah, I noticed no changes in the racing. They all like hyped this up for like 3 months and it doesn't look any different. If you don't upgrade your team, won't be like Williams. Oh, fuck that. And teams, oh yeah, it did have it at Daytona this year. How do I upgrade shit? Because I don't want to be like Williams. But yeah, my engine, like every race, my engine has been like orange. I wish they did that for me automatically so I didn't have to do that. But oh well. I'll figure it out. Because like Austria was really good and Germany was really good. And then fucking, like my engine just started having a shit fit after every race and it was just annoying.
Suarez Larson side by side.
Yeah, look like Clint Boyer dropped right down in front of Kyle Larson, took a little air off of his car. He had a big run coming.
Watch the 11 Denny Hamlin in the replay. Just in front of Boyer's 14.
Yeah, he's going to drop down right in front of Clint Boyer. That takes a little bit of the air off Clint Boyer as he gets close to the 11. Now,
try to give him a little bump and run.
42. He blocks the 42. And this is the
Las Vegas will have the race that's like really what we're looking for.
Momentum. That stopped the momentum of the 42. Opened up the door.
It's funny because she's kind of talking bad about you, but not making it obvious. It's you on Twitter. Yeah, I don't follow her on Twitter because she has me blocked, and I don't want to make another account because they keep deleting the accounts. And I get afraid that if I... Yeah, I see no difference in the air package. Yeah, I see a little, but not much. Yeah, like, it was almost 5 wide right there. Holy shit, they got 4 wide for a second? Damn, bro. This is good. This is hard racing, and we're only on lap 6. I'll probably just go on the browser. Oh, you go incognito?
Third place Larson against Hamlin.
Yeah, I'll do that. Let's see what she's saying. It's funny though at this point.
When Austin Dillon was one of those that was caught in the middle of the lap before, he lost some momentum. He's still trying to get single file.
And here comes Keselowski in the 2 IV bags full of fluid yesterday because of stomach flu that he and his
Mustang is
he did run a little bit of
FYE as hell. I don't fucking know what that means.
But Austin Cindric, who also
fucking oh shit. You see Austin Dillon and Brad Keselowski make contact right there?
His car's hooking really well.
Already at just 6-7 laps, the bottom is the way to go right now. I mean, the guys that are making the passes pretty consistent.
No, I don't want to open up Twitter in the app. I want to go through Safari. Don't fucking open. Oh my god. Brad is sick. Sick in like a good way, or Austin Cindric is driving? Well, that's a waste.
Interesting, Kurt Busch decides to run the middle of the racetrack.
Maybe Kamikaze was right about how this package is going to be.
I mean, he's already passed 10 cars in 8 laps. I'd say he's moving pretty good.
Now, this is going to give us a good indication of these 2 lanes. They're hard using that throttle. Now, see, that's a little bit different than what we've seen in the past. I don't know if maybe Harvick missed it just a tiny bit, but typically that would have been Kevin Harvick making a pass. Now Harvick goes to the outside.
You're gonna make popcorn? Okay.
It's a big run from the top.
Don't fucking open this page in the Twitter app. Fucking shit, dude. I hate when they do that.
Well, this would be my only fear of trying to run that bottom like
Oh,
that.
then you can
Yes,
click
well,
Twitter.com.
if
There
you
we
have
go.
to get out of the throttle, you just don't have the recovery with this horsepower to be able to make up that momentum that you lose.
Let me know when
That's
you're
what we
back,
saw
Jaden,
that
because
Mark
I want
Truex
to.
Jr. took advantage of.
Here's Kyle Busch in that backup, untested backup car.
Where's Kyle up to?
He was up to 23rd.
23rd? That's not bad.
Truex passed Kurt Busch. Truex moves up to 7th. Pole sitter Eric Almirola has led.
Alright, now my iPad wants to like work at the rate of 1 frame per year, so then. Ah, fuck that. Now Twitter doesn't even like me anymore. Oh well.
What if you had some help? Introducing the new 2019 Ford Edge with the confidence of Ford Copilot 360 technology, the most available driver assist technology in its class. The new 2019 Ford Edge.
Louis, you've been craving Wingstop's flavor for way too long now. It's so good to be back. Back where lemon and pepper get a buttery bath that never felt zustier. Where freshly made just for you chicken learns to fly. Where 11 flavors each go to a
Commercials suck, yeah.
It's like the first time.
They really do.
Every time. Wingstop.
I mean, this race is kind of boring though. So, actually, it's been decent through the first 10 laps, but I can tell this is going to get boring.
What do you do for fun?
Not this.
Oh, what am I into? Mostly Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Helps people find coverage options based on their budget. Flo has it, I want it, it's a whole thing, and she's right there.
Yeah, she's my ride. His date's lame. He has pics of you on his phone.
They're very tasteful.
In 1979,
You need to make it to where you can
Oil change service. Seriously.
pay to not have ads. Yeah, I agree.
Services that are fast to
I mean, you pretty much do pay, but you still have ads. Like, my dad pays all this money just for me to only watch the race and have so much fucking ads.
Zero sugar. And by the Ford Hall of Fans, are you NASCAR's biggest fan?
I am NASCAR's biggest fan. Actually, I'm probably not. But I'm Kyle Busch's biggest fan.
Eric Almirola is your leader. Here are your Ford Performance track facts.
If you ask me where he got his first ever NASCAR win, I don't know, but I'm still his biggest fan. Kyle Busch broke the Truck Series record yesterday during the truck race. That was fucking awesome. I was going to stream during that race, but I didn't have access to my phone. What I was actually going to do, because it was a doubleheader, and like there was only like 38 minutes in between the two races, I was not even going to stop the stream, and it would have just been like a 5-hour stream. It would have been fucking awesome, but I didn't have my phone yesterday, so. As the race started, yeah, it's on.
The way he finished up last year, 2018, finished 5th in the overall standings at the end of the year, won a race. I think this guy really gained a lot of confidence at the end of last year, and it's spilling over right into 19.
Stuart Haas running 1st, 5th, 6th,
Who's in the lead? Almirola.
The one car that I've noticed that's been able to make some
Almirola's
passes
actually doing really good right now.
we saw it a little bit before we went to break. And that's Mark Truex Jr. in that 19 car. He seems to be able to hook that bottom better than anybody, even a little bit better than Harvick right now. Harvick's starting to make some improvements too. And you can see right there, that's how finicky it is to hit that bottom lane. You saw where Truex went into the
I didn't
corner.
see what you said, but I believe you.
To the
You're
yellow
probably
line.
right.
He missed it, cost him a little bit of time off of 2.
Remember, Jeff, that Kevin Harvick had a lot of trouble in practice with his
My
power
iPad
steering.
feels the need to
Worked on it.
be
I'm
at a
sure they
super
got it
slow
fixed, and
pace.
The car looks pretty good, but what are they saying about the Ford car, Jamie?
It ended up being a faulty pump, not once but twice, so they got it all figured out, but it put him behind because he had the issue all day Friday. So come Saturday,
Yeah, this car sucks now. Or does it? I don't fucking know. All I can tell you is that this is nothing like the All-Star race, so the closer Tartar racing, that's not happening, bud.
Kevin Harvick saying tight on both ends, and something you guys can talk about a little bit more. These cars don't have adjustable track bars inside anymore. So if these cars have issues, drivers have to be patient and wait to come to the pits for those adjustments.
So difficult to try to prepare for a race when you know it's going to be sunny and hot and slick compared to what it was yesterday when it was overcast and cool. Good battle here for second place. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and the 42 Larson. Those two got together at Daytona. I don't know if they worked out all the bugs on that, but
Stenhouse is gonna fucking wreck the whole field since he's in the lead. He's in second right now, and he's probably not. You gotta keep in mind, like, the second record Daytona last year, that was his fault. Like the one with Kyle Busch and William Byron, that was Stenhouse's fault. But the first one, that was not his fault. That was a racing incident. People gave him a lot of shit for that, but like, yeah, the second one was his fault, but the first one wasn't. You went to that race? I'm sorry. No, it was actually a good race. So, I went to Dover, so I want my apologies. That race sucked until like 50 to go.
Change hands here. Here goes Larson right to the bottom. We listened in on Eric Almirola's team.
This is a dogfight back in the field. Holy crap. Yeah, I tried to study everything.
I've never seen times.
Yeah, he took out Kyle Busch and William Byron. I think McMurray was in that wreck.
We typically see where tires fall off, and there's one car.
I mean, I'm confident he didn't mean to, but like,
so much more speed than the rest of the
I
competition.
mean, he did take out the guys. The first wreck, though, the one with like all those guys, that was not Stenhouse's fault. Just the one with Kyle Busch and William Byron and McMurray.
So Larson tried it, couldn't quite make the pass on Stenhouse. Eric Almirola.
Free fall. Brad and Joey too. Oh yeah, I think it was Brad's fault. Or didn't he say it was his fault? I don't know. Oh my God, Twitter, fucking work. This music is bad. Shut the fuck up. Quit your shit, bro. You know, you can make, like, good music, but you just don't. Like, you have an outlet, bro. You can, like, make music good, but you decide not to. What's your opinion on the package? Right now, it's boring, but Atlanta usually is boring, so I don't know. They said it was going to be like the All-Star package last year, which I really enjoyed. But also, like, apparently it's a little different for this race. Like, I don't know exactly what it is. Like Las Vegas next week is going to be different. So, right now I don't like it. As of currently, I do not like this race.
Okay, let's huff and puff.
Shut the fuck up.
When you have COPD, it can be hard to breathe. So my doctor said.
Symbicort can help you.
Fucking hate the Symbicort commercials. The kids are being like little fucking assholes. You have problems with your lungs too? Fucking, like, that's funny.
Including chronic bronchitis and emphysema. It should not be taken more than twice a day. It may increase your risk of lung infections, osteoporosis, and some eye problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it.
Symbicort could mean a day with better breathing.
Watch out, piggies! Ask your doctor if Symbicort is right for you. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may.
Bro, this fucking iPad.
The Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500 is sponsored by Ally. Do it right. And by Toyota. Let's go places.
I'm not going anywhere.
26 laps complete. Almirola
But if I did, I would go with the Toyota.
Ricky Stenhouse, Kyle Larson, the first Chevy.
Apple doesn't suck. My iPad's old, so don't be jumping to them conclusions. Wow, his iPad was moving kind of slowly for half a second when his Wi-Fi was already bad. This is 100% proof that Apple is completely horrible, and they are unfair to their customers, and their technology sucks in every way humanly possible.
That has not happened all weekend. We never saw any driver make this long of a run.
Hey, there's Rostopher.
On 28 laps, and to Jeff's point, we're seeing the sun for the first time since these cars unloaded. The crew chiefs right now, the strategy's easy. The caution comes out, it's 4 fresh tires. But what the crew chief has to get from that
You don't like
driver
Apple?
right now,
Well, you
what
should.
was the car like at the beginning of the run?
I
on fresh
disrespect your
tires,
opinion.
And what is it like now? And they've got to make adjustments where they don't hurt the short run, but don't hurt the long run as well.
I like your laboratory you're in there. You must be in crew chief heaven with all the monitors and all. Man, how did you know all that?
I went to NASA earlier this week, and I didn't see this kind of a setup.
Everything, but don't bother me right
I don't think you actually went to NASA.
Larry and cruiser Steve Shaw up on their pit box in the studio, about 8 feet off the ground and ready to roll.
Pretty amazing the stuff they're able to do from that all those shots and camera angles.
Bubba Wallace carrying our Fox visor cam. And Ryan Preece, who gave the visor cam a great ride at Daytona, top 10 finish. It wasn't just his first Daytona 500. It was the first time he'd ever been to the Daytona 500.
Damn.
Great job.
Mike, I noticed that tack. Picking up a lot of RPM.
I should race in the Daytona 500. I should win the Daytona 500. I'm going to win the Daytona
This battle
500.
continues on
So.
right here. Kyle Larson and Ricky Stenhouse, and third and fourth is closing in on this battle.
Honestly, I don't really notice anything different from last year's package, but I just don't like this race really.
Punch a bigger hole in the wind, so cars
Like, it's not as much horsepower and the racing's the same. Might as well just have how it was last year. Like, if the racing's gonna be boring anyway, might as well just have it like it was last year.
We saw how Larson was having trouble getting by Stenhouse, but watch the 19. He does a great job here hooking that bottom. We've seen Harvick do this so well so many times. Now that's going to give him position as they go into turn 3 and put Denny Hamlin.
I don't even know why I'm wearing these, because I never do, and it just only impairs my vision. Doesn't even help me. They just like, because there's scratches in it and like little bits of dandruff will get in it. Doesn't help my vision at all.
Well, and that's
It
Larson.
actually
Even Stenhouse, both these guys
makes it
like
more.
running up high near the wall. So this has got to be pretty frustrating for Larson because he is in the tire tracks of the groove that he really wants. You can see he tries to get a little lower to get a little clean air to the nose, but it's just not enough to get him up beside the 17.
Meanwhile, Jimmy Johnson started 11th, but he has dropped to 24th.
Kyle pushed up to 14th. The problem occurred with the web page, so it was reloaded. Not like that's gonna do anything. Fucking dumb shit.
They ran around other cars, and they were on both ends of it, from loose to tight.
Everyone's like, Johnson's gonna have a good season. He won a rain-shortened race where he wrecked everyone. So.
Yeah, they can't wait for this competition caution, and I wonder if that'll also be a help to Kyle Busch, who is currently 14th. He has marched through the field after having to start out back in this backup car.
Fucking work! Or you don't have to block me, and then I don't have to worry about fucking seeing. You know, I don't care. Maybe it's a sign that I just shouldn't look at the tweets because it's just dumb. So. Or Jaden just screenshot like everything from within the last like 3 days and then tweets and replies and everything.
For my driver.
35 laps will go up on the board this time. And once the field cycles through, NASCAR will put them under caution. And that's something they typically do when there's rain the night before.
Larson hasn't given up on this yet. I think Kyle Larson was watching his mirror, watching what the 19 was doing.
Caution's out.
This is the competition caution.
Oh, I think the 42 might have snookered the 17 there a little bit. Might have gotten squeezed ahead of him just before that caution came out.
I'm not sure what took place there. We'll see.
That's the voice of Tim Berman, one of two new race directors in the Cup Series.
Two race directors now? Jaden, where'd you go?
Retired after the Daytona 500. We're under caution in Atlanta. Now, a quick word from Duracell.
Oh, you're still here?
This is
I saw a viewer go down and you just didn't comment at all, so I thought you left. Yeah, Twitter doesn't want to work from the website, so
Started out in back.
it's probably a sign that I just shouldn't look at it.
It never changes.
I don't know why I'm even bothered by it anymore. It's just pure stupidity.
It just seems to work
If
well.
you cannot accept how someone showed care for you and loved you, then that's more of something on you.
On pit road, time to step it up. This is going to be a big part of this race today is when these pit crews, how they react, how they can make adjustments to the cars and still get their driver off pit road in a hurry.
Yeah, we've seen some of the good cars come from the back, up mid-pack and beyond, but really and truly, we haven't seen really great racing up front until right there just before
Pretty much.
Came out.
And watch for some gamesmanship at the far end of pit road because you would prefer to come out in an odd number position to start on the inside lane.
Yeah, that
It seems
outside.
to have more traction than the outside lane all weekend long.
That outside is treacherous.
All right. Here
Do
they
people
go,
think this
Jamie.
racing is good?
And the
If anyone
17
does,
Ricky
then...
Stenhouse Jr. doing a nice job, and he just said he gets tighter as the run goes
You know, there's
on.
talks of, like, shortening the races, and that just sounds like the stupidest fucking idea ever. Like, it really does. Because I know if I'm going to go to a race, I want to be there for a while. I don't want it to end within 2.5 hours. I want to be there for 3 to 4 hours.
Take the high line down in turn 3. He needs to be much more free this run, Vince. As for the 19 of Martin Truex Jr.,
Because
just a little bit snug in
that
the
time
middle
goes by
of the lane,
quickly.
tends to break loose a little bit on exit. 4 tires, air pressure adjustment for Truex. And then for the leader, Eric Almirola, building tight so that right front is getting angry. Keep an eye on the exit of the pit.
Yeah, I see the cars slower, but I don't see, like, difference in racing. It's still boring. Larson wins the race off pit road. Almirola gets second. That was weird.
Larson comes out first. Going to be a long stop for Daniel Hemrick, who spun entering his pit. There's the race off pit road. Larson, Almirola, Harvick, then Hamlin.
Is crispy applewood smoked bacon the best thing to ever happen to the Big Mac, or what?
No, the Big Mac is clearly the best thing to ever happen to bacon.
Yeah, well, bacon is done just fine without the Big Mac.
Without the Big Mac, would bacon even exist, Steve?
Yeah, it would exist. Oh, it's like that? McDonald's Classics with bacon, only for a limited time. Is it the best thing that happened to our classics? Or to bacon? Try for yourself and decide.
Monster, B, Peacock, Fox Wednesday. Their identities are finally revealed.
I can't take it anymore.
When all are unmasked.
This is the most fun thing I've ever done.
It's the finale of the craziest singing competition around.
Wow. Who's behind the mask of our champion? Are you kidding me?
Wow, even Jaden left.
Finale, all new Wednesday on Fox.
It says 0 viewers, so...
It's a great car. I love it. I really enjoyed working with the dealership. It's been a good process.
Well, then the YouTube view thing is just
definitely
being dumb.
recommend taking a look at Burdick Toyota.
With just $4.99 a signing, then $2.89 a month, you can lease a new 2019 Camry LE with Toyota Safety Sense Standard, or buy for $23,885 during the Toyota President's Day sales event at Burdick Toyota in Cicero. Shop BurdickToyota.com.
Kubota, the subcompact tractor pioneers have done it again. The
I don't even know what I'm doing
Kubota
right now.
BX80 series subcompact tractor has performance, versatility, and comfort that'll surprise you. With convenient features like the exclusive Swift Touch front loader, an easy over mower deck, and a complete set of Land Pride implements. The all-new Kubota BX80. See it at your local Kubota dealer today.
Ladies, have you heard about the new X Series of scratch-offs from the New York Lottery? X Series? Yeah, X Series. You can multiply your winnings extensively, up to 100 times. That exists? Exceedingly so.
An extravaganza of extra winning sounds excellent. How's Xavier?
Excelling at all his extracurriculars, really exceeding the experts' expectations. How's Lex?
Back with his ex.
Examine the new X series of scratch-offs exclusively from the New York Lottery. With prizes up to but not exceeding $5 million. Just look for the X.
You're watching Fox 68 WSYT.
George has heart failure and a busy day ahead. George has Entresto, a heart failure pill that helps keep people alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
That was great. Ready for the restart.
Oh, shit.
Review pit stops. There's the spin by Daniel Hemrick coming in. They did not service it right there. Had to get him around in the box. Wheel spin for Eric Almirola coming out, and he gets...
Are you still allowed to pit in backwards?
And here's the pit
Like with your car facing the other way?
Kyle Larson and Eric Almirola. Larson quicker on pit road by 4/10, and the crew 1/10 quicker. Leads us to our fastest pit stop, sponsored by Xfinity. Kyle Busch, Ryan Blaney, Kevin Harvick, Ryan Newman, and Chase Elliott for the past.
No one's in my stream right now.
18 bunch, they are on at every stop.
And we're ready for the restart. Larson inside.
This is the first race in a long time without Jamie McMurray. It just says there's 0 viewers, that's why. This is the first race probably since like 2003 that Jamie McMurray's not in the race. That's honestly strange to me.
There's been a nice move to the middle lane there, getting by Stenhouse. Blaney stuck in the middle.
Good restart, but it's just the restart.
This is kind of what I expected. I expected...
Play something after the race, maybe, probably, but I'm not sure. My dad found out that I have GTA, so I'm allowed to make videos with that now. You should get that.
Doesn't take long, though.
Well, and I think this is where Kevin Harvick is going to decide, is my line, is my bottom, being a bottom feeder, is that the way to go today? Because he's up there with the leaders now. He gets a good look at them, they get a good look. They get a good look to see what he does.
A lot of 3 and even some 4 wide. Coming off that restart.
You bring it up and my parents are like,
that is for
3.
Mike, a green racetrack due to the rain last
Yeah, also my TV broke yesterday. So that's awesome. I'm back to the TV that I used to have, so it is not... I mean, it's not like I don't have a TV. But I had like a bigger TV, and then that broke.
Well, one of the things on a green racetrack is the
You have a Mafia game? I'm gonna log into your account and I'm gonna get fucking Project, or whatever game that was that you were talking about.
go up top in both ends of the racetrack.
Yeah, and we had heard that the left side tires were actually wearing quite a bit more than the right side.
Just get it anyway.
Which is a little different construction
And then hide it from them.
But the way these cars are
Yeah, Gran Turismo. I'm gonna log into your account. I'm gonna download that, whether you like it or not. If you don't tell me your password, I'll just fucking hack your account. And if you don't give me your password and you make it harder on me, then I'm gonna make it harder on you, and I'm gonna fucking hack your account, and I'm gonna get your personal information, and I'm gonna come to your house. You can't play it unless it's I selected as my primary PS4. Well, then do that.
Wow. Larson gets to 100 miles an hour while Almirola's at about 96 or 7.
Yeah, it's just that outside, you spin the tires. Almost everybody spins the tires when they take off on that outside.
Never. Why?
I think that it happens. I don't think it's that the inside has a lot more grip than the outside.
I mean, that's up to you, bro. I mean, you wanted to play it with me, so.
When to accelerate, how much throttle to use, and when that inside lane gets a jump on you, you try to squeeze a little bit more, and that's what creates that wheel spin.
Then buy it? No. I'm not buying shit.
Outside of Mark Truex,
You wanted to play it in the first place, so.
One thing I noticed about the 19 car, Mike.
Oh well, I guess we'll just have to do this the hard way.
He didn't slow down quite so much. I think that's why we saw him making some of those good moves around other cars.
So Kyle Busch in the 18 pitted from 14th position. Now up to 12th.
This race is boring as fuck.
In that outside lane to drop back, so he's lost some spots.
I can't wait for Kamikaze's video. He's gonna be like, I fucking told you.
something we're going to have to keep an eye on. When they come out of the pits, counting cars to be sure you're
Also, PayPal's connected.
Matt?
Mike, the first run for Kyle Busch, even though he made a lot of gains, the car was on the tight side. They made a chassis.
All you gotta do is give me your password, and then you can change it back afterwards. You can change it to just like password 1, and then I can log in, and then you can just change it right afterwards.
This morning, I said of all days not to have the track
back to what it was.
He says exactly. We really could have used it today to adjust throughout the race.
You're so scared.
Drivers will not have all season long is an adjustable track bar at the rear. Now, Kyle Busch came out of the pits 5th, so he has dropped to 12th, 7 spots since the restart.
And I think that track bar adjustment.
Well, then make it the primary PS4.
This year, this track, especially, it just changes so much throughout a run as the fuel starts to burn off, the tires start to wear. But also, we're talking about in traffic. There's a bigger hole being punched by that big spoiler in the car in front of you. So when you're behind them, you're going to want that track bar.
This one has to be willing to do that. It's not that difficult.
You want a lot of things you don't have, and that adjustment is one of them. Remember that there's no laps on this car.
Okay, cool.
It turned its first laps when we dropped the green flag today.
I'll just buy it myself or steal it from GameStop. It doesn't even sound like that good of a game. I was just saying that to make you happy. I didn't want it anyway. Fine. Fine then. I didn't want it anyway. Do they have NASCAR in there?
Moment in 15. 6.6 back, just ahead of Ryan Preece. Here comes Preece.
Everyone makes it out to be like Gran Turismo and NASCAR was like fucking legendary. Fine, I won't get F1 then. Get F1. If you don't get F1, then I will. And I will. There will be problems.
He started 5th, so you know the direction certainly going backwards. Plowing tight was the call as he came to pit road for that stop. Air pressure, wedge, 4 tires, hoping to get it.
Well, you could if you logged into my account and got it. Which I would let you do if you let me log into your account and get it.
When the car is plowing, it means you got a lot of wheel in it. Your front tires are not gripping. So we kind of refer to that as plowing. But here's the other thing about the...
I think actually F1 is on sale right now. I'm actually pretty sure it is.
New crew chief. And I heard him say in an interview...
Go check. I think it is.
They kind of are beginning to communicate better. And that may be a miscommunication just in this...
I got it when it was on sale. So, but I think it's even like more on sale right now. Maybe that was Madden, I don't know.
Conventional wisdom from all the years that we all raced is when the sun was out, the car would be loose. When the sun would go in,
I wants to get case copies. Why?
We've been seeing this over the last few years that it's almost working opposite, and I just think that it has thrown these crew chiefs and these drivers a big curveball with the sun being on this racetrack.
I prefer the case copies, but if I can't get it.
See, Larry, that's something that Jeff and I talked about in the pre-race show. Do you want the car to turn off the right front, or do you want to turn it off the right rear? And I think that the general thinking is we want it to turn off the right rear. When the track gets slick, it won't turn, so you end up with a push because it won't turn. Or a plow if you'd like.
52 laps complete. Kyle Larson out front.
We gotta do that. We gotta do during the next commercial because I'm already doing something right now. We should just start doing karaoke during commercials. Two seconds? Alright. Well, then I'll pause it for like... There we go.
This is the all-new Chevy Silverado.
It's beautiful.
Beefy and mean looking.
I love that
It's the
commercial.
strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. The cab is bigger than the last generation.
First truck I've seen make you look smart.
But that's not all. The Silverado has more cargo volume than any competitor.
Very impressive. Now, during the Chevy President's Day sales event, get 0% financing for 72 months on this all-new Silverado. Drive yours away this President's Day.
I hate the fucking...
Okay.
Oh, no, Dad, I need your help.
What have you done?
Burnt the duck.
That's a duck? What do you have in that cabinet?
Some spaghetti.
Okay, chop up some garlic. Your mom cooked duck for me once.
Did she burn
I
it?
fucking hate these reCAPTCHA things.
No, it's beautiful. There you go.
How do I look?
And it doesn't even actually end up being the correct password.
Alexa, hang up.
I'll make a fake Twitter and do what? And give you the details? What about? I was talking about PlayStation, but yeah, it doesn't. Wait, did she block you or no?
Oh my God, Becky, look.
Oh yeah, do that, yeah. But that actually sounds like a great idea.
The ultimate cheesy crust, with 16 pockets overflowing with melted cheese.
It's here and it's available today at your local Chevy dealer.
Or just screenshot her profile. Yeah, just screenshot her profile. Like all her tweets from like the last 3 days. And then
7 laps complete in Atlanta as Kevin Harvick passes Denny Hamlin for third.
Dun dun. Dun 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 dun.
Telling you, he's
Dun dun dun. Jamie.
get there.
And he started this race 18th. They made a good adjustment on that last stop, a big track bar adjustment and wedge and air pressure, and they managed to have one of the fastest stops of the day so far, and that gained him some track position. But also when the tires came off, his crew chief Rodney Childers said, hey man, your tires look good, so good in fact it's better than we anticipated, being that this is Atlanta in the first run.
I see this heating up to be a classic battle between Harvick on the bottom group of 1 and 2 and Kyle Larson up top.
Well, he's going to wear out 2 things. He's going to wear out the competition.
my dad's mad at me.
Side of that.
It doesn't matter. I actually prefer not to be in that drama anyway, so.
Well, this just tells me that they needed to make a pretty big adjustment on that 4 car to allow him to run that bottom group. Now his teammate actually moved down there in front of him. That's going to probably hurt him a little bit. But yeah, you see Kyle Larson up front there, really gaining the momentum off the corner from that top group.
So 2 of the Stewart-Haas cars right up near the front. Here's Clint Boyer in 9th place.
Touch the brake pedal like we do. We always hit the brake pedal.
No, don't make it account. It's a bad idea. I don't even want to look at it. It's more drama than I even want to deal with.
It's not a lot, but it's like the difference between touching it and not touching it, basically. Cabinet.
Well, we talk about momentum, how important it is, and so you don't want to slow that momentum down too much. Sounds like they're having some debate about how to get.
Look at Boyer, he's so fucking loose.
Boyer having a little issue getting to that yellow line, but one of the ways that these teams know who's using more or less brake is the brake dust that builds up on these wheels.
Something went through your nose and knocked a pretty good hole in it. Looks like about the size of a tennis ball from up here.
Uh-oh, that's never good.
That's never good. But, Jeff, by the same token, when you have teammates out there, you can kind of talk amongst yourselves about how much brake you're using and if that's helping or hurting. So you get some good feedback from your teammates.
Well, let's ride with Kevin Harvick in 3rd. And you see down on the lower left, that little yellow arrow, that is his steering wheel position.
But Mike, it's only 7,900 down the front. If we watch the tack, watch this tack go down the back where the tail went.
And you just saw that brake, that will turn bright red if he's on the brakes really hard with a lot of pressure. He barely just feathered that brake pedal right there. He just barely touches it to turn the car and keep it on that yellow line.
Almost 300 RPM difference front to back. Just with that tailwind really giving you a nice push.
Chase Elliott currently 11th and under fire from Kyle Busch.
These guys been battling it out ever since Kyle Busch lost some spots in that restart. And Chase Elliott was able to get ahead of him. These guys been going at it.
Logano closing in.
My dad was like apparently watching my stream when I was talking about that, and now he's texting me. He's like, whoa. And I'm like, I don't even want him to. As like you were talking about making another account, like my dad apparently was in my stream as you were talking about that, and as I was saying stuff about that. And
I think
Now it's like,
Jeff, I think most
like
of these
all
drivers,
mad.
some of them anyway, are experimenting a little bit. Am I good on the bottom? Am I good on the top? You know what works?
Good time to do it, Vince.
Well, in the 11 of Denny Hamlin, a little bit frustrated, said he's worried about the right front making it. He just feels like he's too tight on this run in particular. But crew chief Chris Gabehart told him, said, your tires look fine when we took them off. You should be fine. So building the confidence, got to play psychologist a little bit from atop that pit box.
Right, I think this is going to be a mental game here today. It's physical as well. But mentally, we talk about these cars.
Bro, he's actually watching right now.
They've taken power out. They've added drag. And we say, oh, well, they're going slower.
It's kind of funny.
They're not going slower in the center of the corner. They're actually going
Hi.
It's going to put more demand on that right front tire. So mentally, that's going to weigh on your mind as a driver. Of how
Oh shit, I just typed that in the fucking shit.
Martin Truex here in 5th place, Vince.
Well, and as DW has pointed out a couple of times, they have been sporty today. And Cole Purden told me before the race today, they felt like they were as good as any and would compete for the win today. He said it's a long race, so there's going to be comers and goers throughout. You got to be better for the longer haul. But right now, Martin...
Cause he like when I was saying that, he was like, he like he texted me, and it's kind of funny actually.
Yeah, Vince, I think that's that big 8-inch roller on the back of these cars.
Is he watching on like one of those store computers
Even though it can close, it still
at the Apple Store? That's kind of funny if he is. Like no, like I imagine they just have like a fucking big ass TV screen on the Genius Bar or something. It's like a pull down, like in the classroom they have those things that you pull down. There's a projector. They just have like an HDMI connected to a laptop with a projector going on to like one of those pull down screens, and they just have my live stream on there. It's kind of funny.
Last question to his spotter, Josh Williams. Where's the 4 running? Josh said, right down on the paint.
Kurt Busch in 7th, about 9.4 back.
Oh damn, Jaden.
He is the second Chevrolet on track.
I'll look at that
Larson
once.
is the race leader, as Kevin Harvick now up to 2nd place.
You know, guys, when I was down there on Friday for that hour-and-a-half practice session, just roaming through the garage area, these teams are able to look at the electronic control unit, to plug into it and see throttle position. And early in a run, when the tires were fresh, they were showing where the driver was never out of the throttle 100%. He was rolling out about 50% for only 2 to 3 seconds. Go back to a year ago, early in the run, out of the throttle 100%, completely out for 6 to 7 seconds. Jeff and DW, to your point, that's center corner speed right there.
Larry, we can show that with our Fox Ghost car.
The Fox
There with
Ghost
the red track
car.
Yesterday's practice. Look at going into the corner, how the car now...
That's not what the racetrack looks like. How do they get that on like live TV though?
Than they were at
Like, during the Daytona 500 qualifying, I saw that they had that on like live TV.
trade-off. 15 laps to go in stage 1. Kyle Larson.
But we're only in stage 1. This race has lasted for like forever.
Take you side by side.
My God, they're 3 wide. Someone's telling me Truex ain't gonna do shit this year. I can already. I'm just predicting that Truex isn't gonna do anything this year. He might get like 1 win at just some random track.
Toyota, let's go.
What sucked this season? KBA and qualifying. Yeah. Well, he was actually did good in the like original Daytona 500 qualifying, I think, but he just sucked in the duels. So. And then he did really good in Atlanta qualifying when he just he wrecked in practice. So he's done good in qualifying. He just had bad starts because of other stuff.
I'm going to open up 2 beers. Okay. You tell me what sounds more refreshing. Gotcha. This one? Or this one? Bush. Definitely the one that went Bush. What beer is that?
Why did they fix what?
Yes.
Why do they fix worse? I'm confused.
1979, Jiffy Lube changed everything by providing the first convenient oil change service. Seriously.
No, Larry Mack was saying how they couldn't have fixed the car.
Again, offering services that are fast and convenient using manufacturer recommendations.
Like, there's like it was like impacting the fuel cell or something. I don't know, but.
We need a good view.
We need ice cold beer and really great wings.
Okay. How about a picture and 15 boneless wings for just $15?
It didn't look that bad, but like some crashes are better than they look. Like Dale Earnhardt's crash, that didn't look that bad, but it was.
Golden Eagles are on the hunt for the Big East crown, but Phil Booth and number 17 Villanova stand in their way.
But it doesn't really matter. He's probably up to 12. He'd probably be running in 12th anyway right now. So. Seems like they're going so slow. Like, damn.
10 laps to go in stage 1 as we welcome you back to the Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500 on Fox.
Yeah, NASCAR sucks now. Like, damn, it actually sucks.
Pole sitter Eric Almirola, Kurt Busch, and Martin Truex, the Fast Five. Some of these drivers
Who's the next person to retire?
Changes at the end of stage 1.
Well, I know Curtis is retiring after this year, probably. Like, that's what they're all saying. It's speculation saying he went to Ganassi for this year and then he's retiring after this year. Probably Johnson. Or Newman. No, probably Newman. I think Newman will retire after this year. And then Johnson will retire after next year, I think.
From the team, Barney Visser over here to Gibbs. They kept this team together to move there, and so they get one another. But listen, there's a lot of
someone small like McDowell or Reagan might retire. I think no, Reagan's only like 34 years old, but McDowell might retire or something like that. But like the people that we actually care about, probably just like Johnson or Newman.
Larry, other than road courses, can you remember a race when we changed more left side tires than rights?
Well, we've been seeing this a lot over the last few years, where the left side tire is definitely getting a lot of the wear, and I think that's one reason that Goodyear, in line with a lot of changes last year to the left side tire, it's more of a construction change. It's not the grip of the tire.
This race is.
Just construction.
I'm honestly excited to see Kamikaze's video that he makes after the race. And I'll make my video obviously after the race. But it's actually gonna be fun. He's gonna be like, I told you so. Honestly, when I was actually not like against this package because I don't know much about like cars and like everything. I don't know what a tapered spacer does or what a restrictor plate does. I don't know all that. Yeah, Fortnite, I didn't think that's fun. But all that, like I don't know how all that works. So, but they said that they were going to be using a similar package as the All-Star race last year, and that made me excited because I liked the All-Star race last year because that was fun and exciting to watch. But apparently not. And Michigan Xfinity last year, that was great too. So. Until the rain came.
They got behind yesterday in final practice on Saturday. He had a power steering issue. It turned out a seal in the power steering box was not installed correctly. They got it figured out.
Let's do it after the race. Okay. We might live stream it.
To start. They made an adjustment on that only stop we've seen today. And right away he said, guys, I'm tighter already. So they need to definitely take a bigger swing at it for this next stop.
And Mike, we've heard quite a few people complain about steering problems this weekend. I think, and Jeff, you may or may not agree, but all the downforce these cars have on them right now.
I know 2 live streams in one day would be like weird, but
itself could be why we're seeing some of these problems.
Not right after the race, because I want to eat dinner after the race and I want to make the video.
All right, we are 4 laps from the end of stage 1. Matt.
Mike had a conversation
Dude,
with Danny
10th
Stockton
place
this
is
weekend
16
on
seconds
three
back, and
of
their goal
Austin
was to make
Dillon.
tighter
The thing
racing.
about this package is there's such a fine line on the balance between being loose and being tight.
There's no way that anyone's going to defend this package. Like, really, there's no way. Like, you
They
can't.
have been on the free side much of this race to the frustration of his driver.
It causes for no good racing.
Keep working on it here. It's just fast forward, believe it. Just keep fighting harder, man. We'll make the best of it. We'll do what we can here.
Well, you know, that's interesting.
Like, if it was going to create closer, tighter racing, I actually would have liked it. But it's not. It's, like I said, 10th place is like 17 seconds back.
To Austin Dillon's point,
Maybe earlier, depending when it ends, I don't know.
definitely don't want that in the race here. This is showing up right now.
Side by side, working past
The
Landon
cars are going
Cassill's
slower,
lap
so the
car.
race is only going to take
And
longer.
Suarez there, and here comes Logano. This is on Denny Hamlin for 7th place as Joey keeps coming.
My only hope is that it's somehow in some
Final lap of stage
fucking
1.
gift from God that it rains after halfway, and then we can just be taken out of this race's misery because it's god awful.
But I'm curious to see what happens after this next set of pit stops because Kevin Harvick is just slowly but surely.
You'll spam me after the race.
Yeah, most every lap, Kevin Harvick's
I'll
been
spam
just a
text
little
you at
bit
like
quicker.
8.
Every now and then
Alright.
we trade off, but a little bit quicker.
All right, a playoff point to the stage 1 winner, and that will
No,
be
bro, I got
Kyle
school
Larson.
tomorrow. Fuck
His
that.
6th stage
Oh
win
well.
on a mile
I
and
don't
a half
care.
track. Harvick 2nd, Almirola
I had
3rd.
break like all week.
Kurt Busch, Martin Truex the top 5.
Oh wow.
Points also to Blaney, Logano, Hamlin.
The stage ended like 10 seconds ago, and only 7th just not crossed the line.
Kyle Larson, Mr. Highside, wins stage 1.
Yeah, it's gonna suit Larson a lot, but oh well. I like Larson, so it's good.
Okay, look, if you're not the lead dog, the scenery never changes. That's why this is the view for every other full-size pickup. And this year, it's deja vu all over again. Because only the Ford F-150 with its high-strength military-grade aluminum alloy
body
gives you best-in-class torque, best-in-class
payload,
and you got it, baby.
fucking best-in-class towing.
Still leading the pack. This is the big dog. This is the
Ford F-150.
It doesn't just raise
Here's the bar, pal. It is the bar.
People are fighting type 2 diabetes with fitness, friends, and the pill that starts with F. Farxiga, along with diet and exercise, helps lower A1C in adults with type 2 diabetes. Although it's not for weight loss, it may help you lose weight.
Do not take if allergic to Farxiga. Symptoms of a serious allergic reaction include rash, swelling, difficulty breathing or swallowing. Stop taking and seek medical help right away. Tell your doctor right away if you have red color in urine, or pain while you urinate, or a genital area infection, since a rare but serious genital infection may be life-threatening. Do not take Farxiga if you have severe kidney problems, are on dialysis, or have bladder cancer. Other serious side effects include dehydration, genital yeast and bacterial infections in the
That's
urinary
funny.
tract infections, low blood sugar, and sudden kidney problems. Stop taking Farxiga and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of ketoacidosis, which is serious and may lead to death.
Ask your doctor
May lead
about
to death.
Farxiga.
That's very,
Visit
very
farxiga.com for
serious.
savings. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Hey, I set up a thermostat.
We're getting all digital with that thermostat. You deserve the sweet water of a Diet Dr. Pepper.
That is sweet.
Is it hot in here? Or is it just a little sweet?
It's definitely hot.
That is hot. Diet Dr. Pepper. It's the
Sweet one.
Right now,
I like
you
those
get
commercials.
2
They're
KFC
funny.
Chicken Littles for $3. It doesn't get any better than that. Actually, with 4 flavors to choose from, it did get better, and I stand
A
corrected.
honey mustard barbecue sandwich? That sounds awful. Sounds almost worse than this race. It is impossible to get worse than this race, but it's almost worse than this race.
More popular hats, cute toy lines. But there's not
I'm going to predict that we have no cautions today. Besides the stage end and the competition caution, there's going to be no cautions.
So we'll let the others keep their squeaky clean images
I'm calling it right now.
on what really matters. Coyote, we dig dirt.
2 of the best pound-for-pound pugilists on the planet put their perfect records on the line at AT&T Stadium. Errol Spence Jr. takes on Mikey Garcia for the World Welterweight Championship March 16th, live on pay-per-view. One stage in the books. Kyle Larson was the first to the green and white checkered flag. Chevy over Ford, Ford, Chevy, and Truex's Toyota. The pits will be open this time for the lead lap cars, 26 of them. Here's Jamie.
And Kevin Harvick in the 4 comes in second. He's up 16 spots since the start of the race. He said definitely better that run. He wants more of it. They'll throw another wedge adjustment at it, as well as an air pressure in the right front and right rear, Matt.
An impressive run by Kyle Larson during that stage. He said the car felt good on the bottom of 1 and 2, but it was a hair quicker up top. That's why you saw him moving around. The balance was neutral during the center. A little tight at the end. No changes on the 42, Vince.
Eric Almirola pits from third after leading 36 laps from the pole. Just too tight in the center and loose off. Needs some more side bite. They're going to take air pressure out of the right rear, wedge out as well. And Almirola off pit lane. Harvick first one off.
For the second time, Logano gets blocked in by Alex Bowman's car. And they were both stopped legally in their box, but there just wasn't room for Logano to pull out. Second time that's happened.
And this is when on Friday, when you don't qualify well, it can come back to haunt you all through the race.
I've seen all those.
Eric Almirola, our pole sitter, too fast entering pit road.
Fuck that, bro.
Talk to our stage, what do you say?
No, Harvick's the leader. God damn it.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, congratulations on that stage win. The car looks awesome. Anything going on out there?
The restarts are decent, I guess. Not really.
No, my McDonald's Chevy feels...
I mean, the restarts usually have been the only good part of most races over the last few years. They're boring, but...
Traffic is all, out in clean air. I felt fine, but I think with these big spoilers, you start, feeling the dirty air a little sooner. So it was getting tight when I got the traffic, but I could still run some good lap times, I thought, and move around in 1 and 2. And run the bottom and run comparable lap times to the 4 down there. So was happy about it. Just got to have a good, clean rest of the race.
Yeah, 10-4, buddy. You're looking good. Keep up the great work, and we'll talk to you later.
Bro, we got 235 more laps of this shit.
So far, there is Joey Logano
Are you actually kidding me?
the pit box. Can't make the
Just
turn.
end this suffering.
Heard the legend of old McClendon, who battled the bulls of the bank single-handed, rose like the tides to defy old Poseidon, evading the waves as they raged from his trident. McClendon braved roadways where most...
I wonder if your dad's still watching. I mean, I think he tunes in and out. I don't know. Here comes a second viewer in the stream, but nobody comments.
Perhaps catch a glimpse
And then...
of the source of her power. Make every day legendary.
You wanted a faster, simpler way to save on gas, and Quickfill delivered. The Quick Rewards Club Card. Save 3 cents per gallon instantly right at the pump. Just swipe and save. Save even more when you use your Quickfill Charge Card. Become a Quick Rewards Club VIP to receive additional discounts and offers. See store or quickfill.com for details. Get your free Quick Rewards Club Card and start saving today.
Quickfill Drive in America. Show the race and change the title so you won't get copyrighted. Well, first of all, I don't want to show the race because I will end up getting copyrighted for some reason. And second of all, it's supposed to be a reaction stream. And third of all, I don't know how to put like both my face and the race on the screen, so yeah, we're kind of out of luck. Or during the live, I could do that during like the.
I'm Eric from Warner Sales and Service. You may have heard us on the radio or seen our billboards. I started working for my dad.
It's on Fox, so it's not even like you have to. Like if you have cable, no fuck. If you have a TV, you can just plug a little cable cord in and then you got it. You don't have to pay for Fox Sports 1 because it's not on there.
It's also understanding you, our customers, and your needs. That's why we take the time to make sure you get the right equipment or service for your job. Stop in and see us. Let's get to know each other. Quality service has always been
Let's
our
get
goal.
to know each other. That's fucking creepy.
You're watching Fox 68 WSYT.
How do these other OTC medicines compare to Zysol? Well, looky here. Zysol works faster than Claritin and lasts up to 6 times longer than Benadryl. So for the latest and powerful relief that's just as effective at hour 24 as at hour 1, be wise all. Take Zysol.
Payne wants to stop you, block you, like that's gonna happen. Icy hot. Icy the door, hot to relax. Rise from pain. Icy hot.
Fans of all ages having a fun day at the races. The quick trip Folds of Honor 500 from Atlanta Motor Speedway. 91 laps complete, 2:34 to go. Stage 2, time for our great debate sponsored by McDonald's. Which of these drivers will break their long winless streak first?
Larson.
Well, right now, this one's a little easier to answer than it was last week, but got to go with Kyle Larson. He's looking really
Larson's
strong.
gonna win.
Larson had 6.
I don't know when. I don't know who's gonna win it. I honestly like. There's been no one dominant car. There's been a few dominant cars. Stenhouse is doing good for a little bit. Almirola is doing good for a little bit.
Hardly anybody's madder
Fucking
than Joey Logano went
Harvick's
10th to
leading right
22nd
now.
on the
So
first stop, 7th to 19th on the next
just hoping
stop.
Larson can pull out. Or
Move around
fucking
the
even
car
better,
to get
Kurt.
into his stall,
If
and then
Curtis
Alex
can
Bowman came into his stall after
take the lead.
Logano. So the rear end of both of those cars were
Which
hanging
won't
out,
happen,
makes it a
but-
tough exit. And back, that's where they will restart, is back there. Here they come to the Geico restart zone for stage 2.
Yeah, we'll keep our eye on that outside lane. Let's see how Larson does compared to the last 2 restarts. Oh, he did a nice job right there. Really nice. Almost too good. He almost.
Oh shit! Look at this.
Oh, look at Kurt Busch.
Curtis trying to make it 3 wide. Come on, come on. Get by him. Get by that fucker.
Everybody's squeezing up the middle.
God damn, this is a good restart. Look at this.
I've been waiting to see
Look at this shit. This is great.
Atlanta on this restart.
Say it fast.
Wow.
Now, what can Kurt Busch do on the outside of
Come on, get past him. What the fuck?
outside lane?
Don't let Harvick win this race.
No, he gets loose getting into turn 3.
Big tailwind, big push into 3, high speed.
That was good.
A little loose.
Well, but now Harvick pulls away, so that's great. It was good for a lap. Like, even Daytona, the bad races at Daytona, the restarts are better for that than more than 1 lap. But
Kurt Busch in the 1, he's been pretty happy with the car, especially on the
That was
long
good.
run, but he wanted a little bit short run speed, so all they made is an air pressure adjustment.
look at
All the
Truex.
no chassis
Fucking.
adjustments as the blocks are coming from the 19.
Come on, Curtis, get
Cars
past
are
him.
all good, but you see, he is definitely loose.
Up the racetrack. Man, he got a great
Damn.
run off of turn 2. And
This is exciting, kind of, not really, but a little bit.
But Mark Church Jr. put a big block on
It's
him.
not a battle for the lead, but it's still a little exciting.
3 wide in the middle. Eric Johnson
Everywhere else, it's exciting.
wiggles loose, catches it, and away he
How
goes.
has there not been a crash on this
Got into
restart?
the 12 right there. They just barely cleared each other.
And how about Kurt Busch starting?
See, the thing is, I can tell that when there's going to be a crash, it's going to be a bad crash. Like, it's going to be a hard crash. Because how everyone's driving.
I believe you're right, Mike, and I also believe that tailwind down the back was what's getting him in trouble in the 3. He was really driving in there hard and getting the car loose. Not so much in 1 where he got a headwind.
This race is like F1, the starts and restarts are the best parts. Yeah, pretty much. But F1, just everything sucks. I don't even know why people watch F1. Like, only car geeks probably watch it. I don't think like they have any kid fans.
Running around to lead his 7th lap. Kyle Larson's led the most, 51. How about a nice sunny Sunday afternoon? Atlanta
Crank it up.
Speedway.
Crank it up.
I need some better speakers.
Still there. Outside.
We have 3 people in here. Welcome.
Brooks is 10 house, 5 back.
There we go. I did it.
Still there. Barely, but still. Alright, I'll see it. That's good work, Jason. Keep rolling speed. Is that working? All good.
Right where Kyle Larson as Martin Truex wiggles. Larson bounces to the inside.
Where you could just see the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. got up off
I was
the
trying to get my
wall,
glasses
opened
off without
up the
like
door
taking them off.
for
So
Larson to make that pass.
that was good.
So Kyle Larson up to second place. Let's go to his pit.
You guys could draft together and help each other get up to Harvick, but they didn't think of that really.
The first lug on that right front, a malfunction on the impact gun switch, reversed it. They lost time. He was able to complete the stop, but those precious seconds is what cost Larson the inside lane. He's gone to a backup gun.
Thanks, Matt. Larson 1.3 back of Kevin Harvick.
And Mike, he and Kevin Harvick are matching lap times right now. Harvick runs a 32.16. He just ran a 32.11.
Kevin Harvick has led 12 laps so far, but look at the last 5 years in Atlanta and Harvick's record for leading laps. However, only one of those races ended up with a victory last year.
I'm probably not going to stream during the Cup race next week. I might stream during the truck race because the truck race is usually good here.
Second place runner Kyle Larson actually
But probably not during the Cup race.
Then Kevin Harvick.
I might. I don't know. If I'm feeling up to it, I will. Fuck you, bro. The iPad being.
Larson's car is really good right
now. Harvick's win here last year started a 3-race streak going to victory.
No, I must stream every race. Okay.
One of the things I'm seeing right now, the top
Fine.
4, Harvick, Larson, Truex, and Blaney, those are the best 4 cars on the track, have been most of this day. You got to give Blaney a lot of credit.
What's up with Larson's onboard camera?
4th position. Truex,
Am I the only one notice that?
really good on the long runs. He's got to work a little bit on
Looks
the
like it's like
shorter runs.
1950s, but still in full color.
Complaining about his front tires. Cole said we'll make a change. I'm not sure they helped that car. Looks to me like he's not quite as good this run as he was last.
How about Ryan Blaney? Blaney running 4th. His average running position in his history at Atlanta, 17th.
Wow.
There's somebody punching above his weight today. Kevin Harvick out in front by 0.8 of a second.
Let's race. I thought you could never ask.
Wow.
Right?
These cheesy bacon fries are tremendous.
I know, crispy bacon is the best thing to ever happen to the fries.
What? It's the Fries Show. McDonald's world famous fries. Featuring bacon.
Or is the crispy bacon giving the fries some street cred with a whole new audience?
I'm gonna let bacon think that.
What was that? I couldn't hear you over the bacon ovation. Bacon, bacon, bacon.
McDonald's got crispy bacon.
So
Only
funny.
for limited time. Is it the best thing to happen to our classics? Or to bacon? Try for yourself and decide.
Not much here, except the usual. What if we spice things up a bit? Alexa.
What if we turn it up a notch?
What if we go off the main?
The all-new RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
Ah, the old crew. Remember when we all used to go to the cafeteria and just chow down midday?
You mean like lunch?
Come on. Voted most likely to help people save $668 when they switch?
At this school?
Didn't you get caught in the laminating machine?
box. Have a great summer, Danielle. Oh, Danielle, control yourself.
I'd like to slow it down here with a special discount for a special girl. Danielle, this one's for you.
George has heart failure and a busy day ahead. George has Entresto, a heart failure pill that helps keep people alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or R. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
That was great. Free, 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 free. Free, 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 free.
That's amazing. Free, free, free.
TurboTax free is free. Free, 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 free.
Free, 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 free.
The Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500.
That was inspiring, guys.
McDonald's Classic.
You just don't
Now with
understand.
bacon for a limited time only. And by Credit One Bank, the official credit card of NASCAR, perfect for race fans.
I'm a race fan.
24 of 85 laps complete in Stage 2 in Atlanta. Kevin Harvick, Kyle Larson holding station about 0.6 of a second back. Let's go back and look at the top 10 of last week's Daytona 500, 1 through 10 on the left column, and where they are
Rostaffer
running now.
finished
Kyle
10th.
Larson, the only one of those top 10 currently in our top 5.
Or you could say there's 3 people in the top 10 that will also run the top 10.
We may
Whatever the fuck,
revisit
I don't
this a
know.
little later. Now, Joey Logano finished 4th. He was the first Ford to finish. He is
Oh,
in
come on,
third.
Larson.
What happened to the Kevin Harvick had an issue through 3
Yeah,
and
nice
4.
job.
Opens up the door for Larson.
Wow.
Get past that fucker,
The lead
nice.
changes hands.
That's what happened and opened the door for the 42.
Well, and I gotta say, this is again what's going to be different this year, having less horsepower. In the past, I've seen Kevin Harvick.
All right, I think we're good. I think we're good.
The racetrack and get back to the yellow line and recover. And he
Please
really
don't be
just-
all
you're not
stupid,
able to
Wi-Fi.
recover and get back to that yellow line and maintain the momentum.
Let's look a little further back.
If it does it again, I'll just turn off my Wi-Fi on my phone.
See right there, he started wiggling as he went through that bump. Kevin Harvick into 4.
Larson just had a big run and timed it perfectly.
And that's what I'm saying is once you lose that momentum, it takes you so long to recover.
Yeah, they say with this tapered spacer, you just don't get good acceleration, but if you have to get out of the gas, it takes a little bit to pick
Everyone
it back
left my stream because of that. Great.
Well, let's go back to that pit road situation with
I couldn't even
Alex
control it.
Bowman, Joey Logano, and Martin Truex in adjacent stalls. Now, that was the first stop where Logano could not get out because of Bowman's car legally hanging out over the edge of the pit stall.
Now, this one, where you talk about close, look at that record right on the line by Alex Bowman.
And here's Vince.
Well, and Logano, the
Jaden,
thing is,
you
his
still in
car's
here?
been good, but he's lost about 20 spots on pit road because of those very problems that you guys just showed on the replay, and he is understandably frustrated.
If not, I'll push him off the deck. If I'm locked in, I will push him off the deck. And a little tighter to the wall. I asked.
That's a no.
I'll tell him to go deeper. I'll send him deep. Stay cool here. We'll figure it out down there.
Larry, is this problem due to the running order as they came to pit road?
Oh, yeah, Jaden, you're back. You're back, you're back, you're back.
And the way they're running, this is probably going to go
I
on
hope.
all day long because Truex is pulling in his box first. And then here comes Logano. He has to swing around Truex. And then Bowman is running behind Logano. He has to swing around Logano. So, and that appears to be right now the way they're going to be running a good
Jaden,
part of
is
this
that
race.
you?
So this problem's not going to go away. Nobody is really doing anything wrong.
I do believe he could go a little deeper in his box, so Larry. He's hanging that back in right there on the edge of that
Well,
line.
that was all caps.
Kyle Larson, a lot of 3 wide running here in Atlanta after these restarts.
A little bit country.
And I'm a little bit rock and roll.
Yeet. Oh, there you are. Yeah, the stream was being dumb. Like, it showed up for me too. It like stopped connecting. My Wi-Fi didn't go off or anything because it was on my iPad too. I was able to. My iPad had Wi-Fi, but we good. It's all good now.
It's a little bit country, and it's a little bit rock and roll.
In 1979, Jiffy Lube changed everything by providing the first convenient oil change service. Seriously. 4 decades later, Jiffy's changing everything again, offering services that are fast and convenient using manufacturer recommendations. Jiffy Lube, you can do more in a jiffy.
Pain wants to stop you, block you. Like that's gonna happen. Icy hot. Icy to dull, hot to relax. Rise from pain. Icy hot.
I thought I was managing my moderate to severe ulcerative colitis, but I realized something was missing. Me. The thought of my symptoms returning was keeping me from being there for the people and things I love most. So I talked to my doctor and learned Humira can help get and keep UC under control when other medications haven't worked well enough. And it helps people achieve control that lasts, so you could experience few or no symptoms.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis.
I got a headache right now, but it's not like there's even a lot on my mind because nothing's happening in this fucking god-awful race.
Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Be there for you and them. Ask your gastroenterologist about Humira. With Humira, control is possible.
Don't let your kids play basketball because then they're just gonna be a fuckboy.
Colonel Sanders, your Kentucky Fried Chicken is delicious. What's the secret recipe? If I told you, I'd have to kill you.
Why is Colonel Sanders a robot now?
Ha 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 ha. Ha. The Colonel's secret recipe. You can eat it, but you can't know it.
Expert analysis and opinions from the best in NASCAR as they break down the hottest names inside the car, out on the track. Race Hub, weeknight 6 Eastern on FS1 and on the Fox Sports app. 122 laps complete. 38 of 85 in stage 2. Long green runs, the only cautions we've had are the competition caution and the end of stage 1. A lot of green flag running, Larry. What do they do?
Yeah, remember the fuel window is 54 to 58
Yo, thanks for the
laps.
like,
Blow that out the
bro.
window right now. We hit it at lap 88. We went back racing
Remember,
at lap
leave a like on the
92.
stream if you
So that's
enjoy it.
78 laps to go
Or
to
just
get to
leave a
stage
like
2.
anyway, whether
So
you
I'm
enjoy
gonna
it or
say,
not.
Mike, they're going to split this down the middle, and I would say within the next probably 8 to 10 laps, they'll start hitting pit road, and when one driver hits pit road, it will be an epidemic. You cannot stay out there.
So 39 of 85 complete, 39 down, 46 to go. Coming up on the
Click the
midpoint
like
of
button.
stage 2. As you saw Kyle Busch up to 9th place, chasing Clint Boyer. They're about half a second apart. Moving up to Denny Hamlin, he is 8.5 seconds back. Restarted 6th at the beginning of the stage. And Kurt Busch restarted 3rd, now 6th. Back to the lead.
Yeah, and I've been watching this battle here. There's no doubt the 4 car is a little bit stronger than the 42, especially if they're running the bottom at both ends. It seems like when they come up on lap traffic, if Kyle Larson, looks like he's
here
going to
comes
come to
Larson.
pit road.
Ryan Newman already on pit road. Green flag stops begin with one of our race leaders and with Newman. Matt?
Larson's team on the wall. Mike Metcalf, veteran of
Jaden just
racing,
left
a
me
lot
like
of
that.
leadership among the organization.
That's
All the guys you can
sad.
see, one can's already in. No adjustments on the
I
42.
totally forgot
He
the
said
spoilers
car
are
was
like
a little
9
free
feet tall.
near the end.
Brad Keselowski pitting from just
No,
inside the
it
top
just
10.
says
It
that there's
says
no
they need to
viewers,
free it
so
up
then-
just a little bit, and we'll do that with air pressure. Jamie?
Kurt Busch for the 3rd time, just an air pressure adjustment. He said he can't hit his marks, needed a little help there.
Am I the only one who notices that Larson's onboard camera is like really weird?
Hey, Mike his way to his pit stall the previous run. He said when he got down to the line, the car went free. When he missed it, it went to the tight side. He said the car's been pretty much tight this run. Air pressure adjustment on the 12 of Blaney.
Vince? Martin Truex Jr. It's getting
What? I didn't see. It is a bit. It's weird. Stenhouse got a penalty. Well, that was a good opportunity for him to get something done today, but now he's fucked. So.
Here's Logano in the lane. Along with Kyle.
Man, that thin car cannot get out of that box. He's a lot of wheel spin.
Right, and remember, that box is the last one that's made out of concrete. After you leave that pit box, it's pavement. It's easier to spin the tires.
First green flag stops of the day, Vince.
Well, the best part about it is Truex Logano doesn't have anybody in front of him or behind him, so it's going to be a cleaner stop for sure.
You notice how empty these grandstands are? Like, damn.
Because of being blocked in, the car is pretty good right now for Joey.
Like, they are really fucking empty. And that's after they took out a lot of the grandstands.
Now 2.5 seconds back to Kevin Harvick. Larson had only a quarter of a second lead before pit stops.
Yeah, it was interesting. As the leader, normally you're going to wait for those behind you to pit, and then they're going to have a little bit of an advantage of fresher tires. But Kyle Larson and his team decided, hey, we'll flinch first.
Now Kyle Busch missed the entrance to pit road and had to come around and retry getting on. So he comes out in 15.
Well, fuck me, bro. Actually, just get down and fuck me. That's fucking dumb.
How much slower he is than everybody else, but we see here,
Kyle Busch.
Little trouble getting on pit road.
Could have just gone in anyway.
We saw a little bit of it in practice where you're carrying so much speed through the center of the corner compared to what you used to that you just can't get the car slowed down when you go to the brakes. It just locks the tires up very
That's
easily.
dumb.
And he's notorious for getting on off pit road about as good or better than anybody.
This might be one of those days you don't want to be aggressive. Get the pit road.
Kyle Larson back up front.
Five more people.
At ease, Maddie. USAA Bank is here to help. Bring in the burgers, buns, and beans ASAP. We don't charge monthly service fees, so you have
More money for your barbecue.
And maybe some dessert?
Roger. All systems go on the cookie cake.
USAA Bank helps you save a little more money for when it matters. Find help at every turn. USAA Bank. Want a performance car that actually fits your life? Introducing the 2019 Ford Edge ST. Capability meets power in the first SUV from the Ford Performance team. The 2019 Ford Edge ST.
This one looks empty. What do you think?
Oh, stop. What? Got a ring. What are we supposed to do?
Tell you what I'd do. I'd start running.
Let's maybe just...
Now, gentlemen,
Okay,
hustle!
Does your doorbell do that? Ours does. Get tough on crime with the Ring Video Doorbell. Keep your home and your neighborhood safe. Available at ring.com.
Oh my God, Becky, look at that crust!
At Pizza Hut, we're the ultimate cheesy crust, with 16 pockets overflowing with melted cheese.
He's the Iron Man of NASCAR. And with almost 200 wins, he may just be more machine than Kyle Busch only has one speed: win. Monster Energy Cup Series racing from Las Vegas next Sunday at 8 Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
.51 laps complete in stage number 2.
Oh, damn.
Hello.
Oh, shit.
Hey, broke our camera.
Broke that camera.
There's the Classic versus Bacon battle. The 42 of Larson, that's a corporate sponsorship, but a group of area franchisees are sponsoring Bubba Wallace here this weekend.
42, 43.
Yep.
Look at that. Doesn't Larson's camera look fucking weird? It has like all those white dots on it.
Oh, Jimmy Johnson sliding up in front of Kyle Larson.
And did you see the hood flap on the 42? How much
That's
air
weird.
came off that 48? It blew the hood flap up on the 42 as he got up close to him. So a lot of air around those cars.
So Johnson going to go a lap down here to Kyle Larson.
I've streamed the last 4 weekends.
Johnson
During the Super Bowl, during the Clash, during the Daytona 500, and during this race. Yeah.
You know, you got to fight hard right now. Even if the
I could have streamed the weekend before during the Rolex 24. That would have been fun.
His hood flap as he kind of gets the air, the dirty air off of that 48. You'll see down there in the corner of your screen.
So it just shows you
right there. There's a lot of turbulence.
Yeah, that air is lifting that.
Well, there's so much air moving with these cars compared to last year's cars, Larry.
Yeah, Mike, the drinking phrase of the weekend is the package. So we're
And I streamed the week before that during the AFC Championship game. So I could have streamed the last 6 weeks, but I got 5 of the last 6 weeks I streamed.
Big 8-inch rear spoiler that's on the rear of the car right here. Think about it as the wake behind a boat. Look how small the wake, how tight the wake is in 2018, but look how much wider and longer it is in 2019.
I don't know what this
I think
does.
that right there, the reasons we've seen these cars bunched together more here today.
The cars are not bunched together, alright? They really haven't.
No doubt about it, Larry.
And if you think that they have, then you're blind.
30 to go in stage 2. Chevy, Ford, Toyota, 1, 2, 3, Larson, Harvick, Truex.
I tell you, Mike, and I think Jeff and I talked about this. I was surprised how fast these cars were running here at this racetrack this weekend. We thought with the less horsepower, the more downforce, that the cars were going to be much, much slower than they actually turned out to be. So that was a big surprise, I know, to me, especially through the corners.
Yeah, we'll see a lot more of that next weekend in Las Vegas. A lot more grip in that track, and the speeds will hold on throughout the runs.
Well, Jimmy Johnson's had a lot of success at this racetrack so far. This has not yet been his day, just going a lap down to the leader. Jamie?
It has been a struggle for the 48. They have thrown everything at this car to try to make it better, from wedge, track bar, air pressure. They even made a left rear shock adjustment change on an additional pit stop. And this time around now, he says the rear grip is a little bit better, but he said, I'm just stuck. I can't go anywhere. He's been in 25th now for most of the race.
I just think it's communication with his new crew chief, Kevin Mindring there. They've got to get on the same page, and that may take a little time.
I don't know why they split up those two. It's dumb. That was a dumb choice. Because Byron's not doing anything with Canals either, so
Entering penalty, speeding penalty.
might as well have just kept them together. It's dumb, like it really is.
To recover, he's at 17th position right now.
Canals, you can tell Canals doesn't even want to be with Byron. And you can tell Johnson doesn't want to be with Meandering. But they got to be nice about it, so.
Into Atlanta here. You know, Atlanta was the hotbed of racing long before Charlotte. Lakewood Speedway, numerous short tracks.
Or if it is just Elliott.
NASCAR racing happened not far from this city. And, of course, the Elliots. Boy, that's the big name coming out of Georgia right now. First Bill, then Chase. And the local short track boss around here, Bubba Pollard.
That guy right there is incredible.
When it comes to short tracks, he's a legend. Just ask Chase Elliott. I mean, look at this quote by Chase Elliott. He's talking about looking up to him, lost a lot of races to him. Just about everybody in this field cut their teeth in some type of short track or ranks coming up through short tracks or dirt track racing to get here.
Where even is Chase Elliott?
Very
11th?
content
That's
to be
not bad.
exactly where he is still
I mean,
today.
it is, but like it's not.
I heard him say he loves the series he's running in. Doesn't have any plans on going anywhere else. Matt?
Mike, all weekend long, Chase Elliott said his car has just been tighter down in 1 and 2, and he's just not really sure why. His team told him that he's got damage on the nose of the car, and that was contact with a 14 of Clint Boyer. And he says, I didn't really think I hit him that hard. And his team, they were looking at different manufacturer shots of that nose that were sent to them on the pit box, and they said it's a lot more damage than you think it was.
Well, was it that, or was it that piece of debris that he hit? Chase Elliott was the
Harvick's pretty close up to Larson right now. On the leaderboard, it says that. I don't know how close the battle is. Like,
so fickle. Just one little thing can just make this car go all the heck.
Kevin Harvick, after pit stops, was 2.6 seconds back. He has now erased most of that deficit to race leader Kyle Larson.
alright, I'm going to get some food. Because I'm hungry.
I was thrilled to be able to go with my friends to our annual get-together, especially after being diagnosed last year with advanced non-small cell lung cancer.
True story with Keytruda.
I started Katie on Keytruda and chemotherapy, and she's getting results we rarely saw 5 years ago.
In a clinical trial, significantly more patients lived longer and saw their tumor shrink than on chemotherapy alone.
It's changed my approach to treating patients.
Keytruda may be used with certain chemotherapies as your first treatment if you have advanced non-squamous non-small cell lung cancer and you do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Keytruda helps your immune system fight cancer, but can also cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body. This can happen during or after treatment and may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have new or worse cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, diarrhea, severe stomach pain or tenderness, nausea or vomiting, rapid heart rate, increased hunger or thirst, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in urine or eyesight, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain, confusion or memory problems, fever, rash, itching, or flushing. These are not all the possible side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems. If you've had an organ transplant, had or plan to have a stem cell transplant, or have lung, breathing, or liver problems.
Where I am now compared to a year ago, it's a story worth sharing.
Living longer is possible. It's true. Keytruda from Merck, with more FDA-approved uses for advanced lung cancer than any other immunotherapy.
If I built a van, it would do more than haul.
If I built a van, it would carry my entire business. I'd make it available in dozens, if not thousands of configurations.
It would keep an eye on my fleet. And an eye out for danger. With active brake assist.
If I built a van, I'd make it available in diesel and gas. And I'd build it right here in South Carolina.
Introducing the all-new Sprinter, starting at $33,790, built in the USA. Mercedes-Benz, vans, born to run.
At Outback, your steak and lobster wish is our command. Steak and lobster is back by popular demand, starting at only $15.99. Hurry into Outback. Steak and lobster is only here for a limited time.
Hi, Todd. I see you on your fancy mobile applications.
The new Sunoco app. I can pay straight from my phone, so I save time.
What about saving our relationship, Todd?
Is that a thing?
The new Sunoco mobile app. Just tap, pump, go.
Atlanta Motor Speedway opened in 1960. They reversed the track, made the backstretch the front stretch in 97. Burr. Remember that snow out in 93? We were all frozen.
I was here.
So was Smokey and the Bandit, too. Nice shot here. And Jimmy Carter sold tickets here in the 60s, long before he became the governor of Georgia and president of the United States. Long time.
Hello.
Superintendent Al Knight was a great friend of Carter.
I am not dead. I just was gone.
There goes Harvick. Harvick's gone.
Fuck that. Harvick took the lead.
He said something a bunch of laps ago over the radio. He says, okay, I've figured it out. They just started marching to the front. Here comes Larson.
Yeah, come on, Larson.
Larson, as we caught traffic.
Don't let that fucker win.
Larson caught traffic. He just seems to struggle a little bit more behind other cars. Look at that draft. He sees those air molecules there, Larry.
God damn, bro.
Really, really low. which makes it fast but makes it hard to handle in traffic.
Well, give a lot of credit to Larson right there for hanging on to it. I thought for sure that Harvick was going to just fly right by him when he got him loose.
Matthew Benedetto right behind Harvick is 1 lap down.
It just looks like, Mike, if you get in trouble, you got to get out of the throttle. It takes a little bit of time, a couple laps to recover and build your momentum back up.
You know, something that I'm seeing here today, too. Harvick doesn't have quite the advantage on the bottom in 1 and 2 as he's had in the past, at least not to Larson. Larson seems to rough there pretty good, but right there, you saw Larson miss that yellow line in 3 and 4. That's where Harvick really seems to be a lot better.
I'd say Larson is running as close to the Harvick line as anybody I've seen lately. He's doing a pretty good job of it.
Harvick right back at him.
You can see that momentum off the top. That's where that less horsepower and more drag just doesn't seem to be able to be as good on the exit of turn 2.
Well, we listened in on Kyle Larson.
Did you just try to wreck us? I'm sure. I wouldn't expect any less, would you? Not really. I mean, we're way out in front of everybody else. We're throwing, swapping it back and forth a little bit. We're just all lucky he lets us race here.
Look at that. You see any sarcasm dripping from that 42?
I see a lot of it. Well, Harvick has owned this place.
I see youth and enthusiasm. I don't know about sarcasm.
Well, Harvick against Larson, the bottom versus the top.
But I wouldn't
Youth
say,
and enthusiasm versus old age and treachery.
I certainly wouldn't say that Harvick was trying to wreck him. I mean, Larson got a big run and dove to the bottom and had to check up, and Kevin Harvick was right there.
Up your bumper pushing.
I mean, no doubt Kevin Harvick wanted to loosen him up, and he did.
All clear.
Got him a little bit sideways, but he got back in the gas. He's used to that. Kyle Larson used to being a little sideways.
If you listen, you could almost hear the air wrapping around that car and the turbulence slapping against the metal.
Let's go back to 13th place. Ailing Brad Keselowski, stomach flu against Chase Elliott. Keselowski says his intention was to tough it out today. 12 laps to go in stage number 2. We're going to take you Fox double wide.
Good morning. What do we got?
Keep an eye on that branch. It might get windy. Have a good shift. Fire pit. Last fuse 0600. I'd stay close. Morning.
Get ready to switch.
Protected by Flo. Should say protected by Alan and Jamie, right?
Should it? When you bundle home and auto, you get more than just savings. You get round-the-clock protection.
40 drivers, 3 months of anticipation.
Everybody's in brand new fire suits. Everybody's in brand new paint schemes. Pit crews getting back into race mode. In the race shop, we're building new cars. We gotta live with each other for 36 weekends. People are gonna get pissed off. There's a lot of crazy maneuvers that guys will do. We live for those intense situations. Second place is just the first loser.
Are you gonna lead, or are you gonna be led? You're gonna be ruled by routine, or take a different route? You gotta push yourself, carve your own path all the way to the top, or are you gonna be led? The all-new Ram 1500, Motor Trend's 2019 Truck of the Year. Get an average $10,767 in total values on select all-new 2019 Ram 1500 models in dealer stock.
I'm going to open up 2 beers. Okay. You tell me which sounds more refreshing. Gotcha. This one? Or this one?
Bush.
Definitely the one that went Bush. What beer is that? Are you being serious? Yes. It's Bush. Right.
Bush.
Race fans don't need much. We need a good view.
We need ice cold beer
And really great wings.
Okay. How about a pitcher and 15 boneless wings for just $15?
Now that's race day done right.
Terrific tribute. Things change, but the racing big craft turned dirty that never
Los Angeles NASCAR Gander Outdoors Truck Series.
Welcome back. 8 laps to go in stage number 2. Kevin Harvick back to the lead as Kyle Larson closed up on David Reagan, trying to put Reagan a lap down. The back end about came around.
Yeah, and David Reagan is doing a really nice job staying on the lead lap right now. And,
Oh, damn.
And he's just running in the same line that Larson wants. Low in 3 and 4, high in 1 and 2. And it really stalled Kyle Larson out.
Larson's car is not happy when it's around. It just doesn't seem to like to be in traffic or around other cars. Really good by himself. It's a little edgy when he gets around other cars.
And when you're Kevin Harvick and you're watching the leader in front of you, Kyle Larson, looking sideways, this is not a dirt track.
It's sprint car driving right there, brother.
But Jeff, it looked like when that car went into yaw, the left front was down, not just on the paint, but on the apron.
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to hold it as low as you can possibly down there because you want to get the left rear on that paint, so you'll almost go onto the apron. But I just think what Kevin Harvick did such a great job of right there is when Larson did that and he got loose, Harvick instead, you think he's just going to get on the throttle, he just hesitates and waits and knows he's going to get a big drive off the corner.
Harvick may have heard what Kyle Larson said on the radio a minute ago and said, I'll show you, kid.
When I just wonder here, too, did Larson run a little bit too hard at the beginning of this run? Remember, you know, he came in a lap earlier than Kevin Harvick did, and I think those tires are starting to fall off now.
5 laps to go in stage 2. Kevin Harvick's Ford for Stewart-Haas Racing out in front. Last lap at 33.40. Kyle Larson's last lap, 0.3 slower. He is 2 seconds off the lead. Mark Truex in 3rd, so it's Ford, Chevy, Toyota in the top 3 spots.
Mark Truex Jr., he was the fastest car on the track the last couple of laps.
I see what they did on their pit stop. We're going to go to Blaney here, but that 19 car, they made it better on the long run. That's what they worked on.
Ryan Blaney having a great run. Atlanta's not been his best track. There he is in 4th. And Daytona 500 winner Denny Hamlin in 5th. 9 back. Joey Logano, nice rebound from those issues on pit road, not of his making. He's up to 6th place.
If they can get through pit road, I think he can maybe battle up front with Kevin Harvick.
Kurt Busch in 7th. Started this segment back at 3rd. And Eric Jones. All the Joe Gibbs cars up in the top 10 with Jones in 8th and Kyle Busch making his 500th career start in 10th. Won the truck race last night. He's now the all-time Truck Series winner. Clint Boyer rounds out the top 10. Stewart-Haas in a Ford.
I think we'd all be shocked if Kyle Busch never won a Truck Series championship.
Big shout out to Eric Jones. He was way down the, in 20-something position not that long ago.
That's very shocking to me.
He did an excellent job, and he's done an excellent job getting that car to the top 10.
That Jones boy is pretty good.
That Jones boy,
he can do it.
He knows something about that.
Hall of Famer Ken Squire dubbed him that.
I like that.
He and Ned Jarrett called a few laps of Darlington a year and a half ago. That Jones boy. Eric got right on that. They had T-shirts made, and I guess they sold pretty well. Kevin Harvick won 19 stages last year. The first of those came right here.
Harvick wins stage number 2.
I want you to look how far he left. He drove off and left the 42.
Yeah, Larson really struggled the last couple laps. Look at the 19 of Truex, almost going to get there to get second from Larson.
42 really went way off.
Kevin Harvick, the stage 2 winner. Of the 6 stages we've run at Atlanta, Harvick has won 4 of them now. With Larson second, Truex, Blaney, and Hamlin. The top 5 at lap 170 in Atlanta.
People are managing type 2 diabetes with food, family, and a pill that starts with F. Farxiga, along with diet and exercise, helps lower A1C in adults with type 2 diabetes. Although it's not for weight loss, it may help you lose weight.
Do not take if allergic to Farxiga.
Symptoms of a serious allergic reaction include rash, swelling, difficulty breathing or swallowing. Stop taking and seek medical help right away. Tell your doctor right away if you have red color in urine, or pain while you urinate, or a genital area infection, since a rare but serious genital infection may be life-threatening. Do not take Farxiga if you have severe kidney problems, are on dialysis, or have bladder cancer. Other serious side effects include dehydration, genital yeast and bacterial infections in women and men, urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, and sudden kidney problems. Stop taking Farxiga and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of ketoacidosis, which is serious and may lead to death.
Ask your doctor about Farxiga and visit Farxiga.com for savings. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
In 1979, Jiffy Lube changed everything by providing the first convenient oil change service. Seriously. 4 decades later, Jiffy is changing everything again, offering services that are fast and convenient using manufacturer recommendations. Jiffy Lube, you can do more in a Jiffy.
Indoor and outdoor allergies can stand in the way of enjoying the moment. Allegra is the fastest non-drowsy allergy relief. In just 1 hour, it starts tackling tough allergy symptoms for 24 hours of relief. Get back to the moment with Allegra.
Feeling unsure? What if you had some help? Introducing the new 2019 Ford Edge with the confidence of Ford Copilot 360 technology, the most available driver assist technology in its class. The new 2019 Ford Edge.
KFC's got 4 ways to feed a family for just $20. It's delicious. Well, that worked out. Bring home dinner with any of KFC's $20 fill-ups.
Carl, I didn't know we were having dinner tonight.
You are.
Dandruff. Carl and I go everywhere together.
Keep dandruff from ruining date night.
Carl, how could you?
Selsun Blue helps eliminate annoying itch and flakes.
The end of stage 2 with 21 cars on the lead lap. David Reagan, first car 1 lap down. He'll get the free pass. Pits will be open this time. Harvick, Larson, Truex, Blaney, Hamlin. And stage points also going to Logano, Kurt Busch, Eric Jones, Kyle Busch, and Clint Bowyer.
I can see those guys clean out their tires. That's so they can get a good read on the wear of these tires when they take them off right away. Clean all that debris off of them.
All right, Harvick leads him on to pit road, Jamie.
And Kevin Harvick in the 40s thought at first maybe they went too far with that air pressure adjustment last time, but now he said, just leave it alone. I don't want any changes. The car is good. He anticipates the track tightening up just a bit after this, so it'll be a 4-tire stop match.
8 spots up pit road as Kyle Larson pitted with a 42. The car fired off. Great observation by Jeff about traffic and the car swinging to the tight side. The tightest it's been all day, Vince. They're backing up their air pressure change.
Well, the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. just a little free in the back end, so he's asked for a very small adjustment. They're going to do that with air pressure. Also asked him to stop a little earlier in the pit box so that they'd have a little more room on exit getting around Joey Logano, and they executed it flawlessly.
Well, Martin Truex almost clipped Logano coming out of the pits this time. That kind of jam up there. Yesterday, stage winner Kevin Harvick was up here in the Fox broadcast booth with Adam Alexander and Jimmy Johnson, calling the Xfinity race, led by Christopher Bell. So where else can you talk to the athlete while they're on the field in the middle of the game? Only right here.
Let's see if we can't down. I think they're talking a little bit about Kevin Harvick. This is Jeff up at the Fox Sports booth. You got me? Well, man, you were up here in the booth yesterday, suit and tie. Today you're in a fire suit, and then winning stage 2. Sounded like earlier you're battling a little bit on that in that bump, getting in turn 3. Seems like you figured it out now.
Yeah, the wind's blowing that direction, so the cars are naturally just tighter down there today. So you got to be, real early in the corner. You got to make sure you do what you got to do to get the thing pointed. So just a little bit too tight to start the race the first couple runs, and I feel like the racetrack should keep coming to us the more they run the top. And they can make some time through the top 1 and 2 at the beginning of the road, but I think the bottom prevails as you run.
All right, well, thanks for talking to us. Great battle going on out there between you and Larson. So Keep it up. Have fun.
10-4, man. Thank you.
Kevin Harvick, our stage 2 winner. Kyle Larson and Ryan Blaney. That happy on the pit sign, that's for Happy Harvick.
This race is so boring. I feel like the finish might be nice though.
Come on, we're saving lives here. Let's go.
Stay back! This right here is your stop.
911, what is your emergency?
We're on the freeway. A man's been attacked by a shark.
A man's been attacked by a shark? What the fuck is this?
They're all dead. Where are you right now?
Live fast, die young. Pull some folks out of the burning building in slow-mo. You know, the usual.
911 returns March 18th on Fox.
For welding and industrial supplies, experience the Hahn Edge at Hahn Welding Supply. At Hahn, you can buy or rent equipment, even take a welding or safety class. Have your equipment repaired by our factory-trained technicians. Check us out at thehahnedge.com.
When the Kubota arrives, the workday gets easier.
West Farm Supply.
Hurt in a car wreck? Pick a law firm with maximum horsepower. Call 1-800-LAW-1333.
It's so funny, 'cause
We've
they're
got
talking
the
about
horsepower
cars.
to get you maximum money and keep you out of the courtroom.
We work to get you more money than just medical bills or lost wages.
And often we can get you money the insurance company isn't telling you about.
So call the heavy hitters and let us put our horsepower to work for you.
Hurt in a car wreck? Call Alexander and Catalano.
We just love to work fast.
The heavy hitters are all you need. Call 1-800-LAW-1333. For industrial and medical gases, experience the Hahn Edge. Hahn has welding gas, medical gas, high purity gas, industrial gas, and laser gas. At Hahn, we've got the right gas for you. For more information, visit thehahnedge.com.
You're watching Fox 68 WSYT.
Unisom knows when you don't get enough sleep, it's hard to avoid the fog. Even the simplest things seem tough. Unisom is specially formulated to give you a good night's sleep, so you're ready to take on your day. With Unisom, the sleep expert.
More pit road drama. Martin Truex stops short in the box, just barely in. Logano's going to stop short in his box because he anticipates Alex Bowman also being short, but Bowman goes deep in the box. However, the position of Logano's car makes it difficult for Truex to exit.
I know what he's going to say.
You think?
I may have heard it once from another driver earlier.
Here's Martin Truex.
Three stop, he's out farther. He blocks me in, I'm gonna knock him off the jack. I'm not gonna let off him.
I mean, he won the damn war, so.
Almost
Clayton
word
used
for
his
word
spot-
what Joey Logano said about Alex Bowman earlier.
As Clayton uses spotters, I don't think I'm
Now, I got to say, I have threatened this many times. I've never knocked anybody off the jack purposely.
Hopefully the crew chiefs there can get together and work this out.
Well, that's all it is. They just want spotters and crew chiefs to listen and try to adjust.
Just seems like it's working back down pit road.
Here we go. 149 laps to go in Atlanta. Here's the Geico restart zone.
All right, here we go. Back green.
Nudge.
Oh, here comes Eric Jones trying to make something happen.
5 wide, get in there.
God
A
damn.
nudge from Mark Truex Jr. to the back.
Come on,
corner.
Larson. Get the
Forward
fuck
to
around him.
Larson and
Don't.
allow him to get to the outside of Harvick through 1 and 2.
Yeah, but you know Larson.
Oh! Oh, I thought that was a crash.
Man, that was close. They're still bumping and banging.
Blake Boyer. Kyle
Yeah,
Busch
someone has
is
a
outside.
problem.
He's been up there. running there a lot.
This is going to be one heck of a battle.
Love these restarts.
Yeah, these restarts are great.
Restarts would be pretty exciting, and so far they have been.
Well, and this is the one thing that's caught Kevin Harvick out in the past. He just hasn't had the short run speed. The reason why he's dominated so many races but not won them is because of that short run speed, and that's showing up right here.
Blaney, Kurt Busch side by side for fifth.
But Mike, I think these cars are pretty stable with the aero package we have. I think they're pretty stable. That allows these guys to run all over each other the way they do.
Boy, that was just threading the needle right there. Eric Jones sliding up in front of Joey Logano.
Boyer cut down there in front of Denny Hamlin.
You can see how that air really upset his car when he got close. That car in front of him.
3 wide and their mirror top's got big momentum. Up into the 14 bumper. Don't let them split you. Don't let them split you. One outside. One outside. Outside 22 here. Outside 22.
I know he's going somewhere, boys.
Well, Eric Jones waving somebody up. Does he think he has a problem?
The car behind him.
Like, give me a break.
Get
That
off
20,
my
that might have been a little thanks for not running me over.
Look at this. I mean, they are wadded up.
Yeah, maybe he was just waving to those guys behind for thanking him for cutting him a break.
Well, Logano tried the top. Now he's on the bottom. He'll slot in right behind Hamlin.
Bumper clear, clear.
Martin Truex hunting down the leader. Kyle Busch right behind him.
As I say, Kyle Busch hunting down second and first.
I just like what Cole Pern and
Oh, yeah, he's gonna do it.
Mike,
I mean,
you heard Martin complain about the
now that Kyle's up there, I know he's the
go
threat.
back and adjustment. I thought for a little while there they may have hurt the car, but they've actually helped that car on the long run, which makes that 19 pretty big threat right now.
Built for the chase, sponsored by Ram. Expectations for Martin Truex and Cole Pern. They relocated their operation from Colorado from Furniture Row, joined Joe Gibbs Racing, stayed as a team, brought some of their crew with them, but certainly a culture change coming from a 1-car to a 4-car team. And how will they do?
Well, I think there's going to be a little bit of an adjustment period for them to get used to, how things are done at Joe Gibbs Racing. But remember, their cars were coming from Joe Gibbs Racing. Their engines were coming from the same place. And I just think the magic between Cole Pern and Martin Truex Jr. is that's not going anywhere. I expect these guys to be really strong this year.
Now, they've made the championship for 3 of the last 4 years. Vince.
Yeah, Jeff, I think you hit the nail on the head.
Matt DiBenedetto is doing awful today. It's unfortunate after what happened last race. I really thought he would do good, but I mean, it's only 2 races and you can't really judge.
But over the course of the runs, they have gotten better. Cole has called for adjustments. They have made those in the last 2 stops. Barely any adjustments.
On the upside, 50% of the races this year have been really good.
Maybe the best it would be here in the last stretch run. Maybe Martin Truex Jr. gets his first Atlanta win.
I think, Vince, the other thing I was thinking that when you bring Cole and Martin in-house, I think it elevates the level of all the teams. I think they bring information. I mean, they were taking the cars, getting them from Gibbs and beating them with those cars. So now you got them in-house. You can find out what are you guys doing that we weren't doing. I think it's going to elevate all the teams.
I think to me the biggest question was just some of the members of that team that were not able to come with them to Joe Gibbs Racing. Actually, one of the engineers is at the 1 car with Kurt Busch and Chip Ganassi Racing. So how does that affect?
I'm trying to catch my water.
So far here today, not affecting them at all.
Alright, I should stop doing this.
Joe Gibbs cars right now, 2nd, 3rd, 8th, and 11th.
Hello?
Here's a quick word from Duracell.
These, Kim wanted to let you know that these are for you to use now. They're like the towels now. Towels. Who's winning?
You.
Kyle Larson.
All I do is
led 106 laps.
Sam, we should make those
talk
slides
about that
PG
inside
slides.
Catch.
lane being so important on these restarts.
Sam.
Now
Actually,
twice,
catch.
Kyle
No,
Larson has
please.
done a phenomenal job
Sam,
from
please.
the outside.
Sam, we should make
so
those slides
give him a
PG
lot of
slides.
credit. I think if you
I
look
would
behind
rather
him,
not.
Mark Truex Jr. in
Make
second,
your
both
own
those
PG
guys
slides.
worked really well together to make that outside lane work. It is possible. You just got to have the guy
All the way.
good launch and the guy behind you work with you.
Please.
Here's a perfect example of how to do it right.
Yeah, I think Kyle Larson, with his dirt track experience, he did a little wheel spin. You saw the car wiggle a little bit, but he picks it right up, and he got a nice push from Martin Truex to kind of shove him up there.
Nice push down the back straightaway, too, by
I
Mark
gotta
Truex
stop.
Jr. to completely clear the poor Kevin Harvick. Both
Oh,
of those
God.
guys, excellent job.
Yeah, and then you think about that 18 car, Mike. I mean, he
Is
started
it just me
back-
or was that
that's a
last
backup
commercial
car,
break
had
really
no
quick?
practice. So they've made
I
that
don't
car
know.
better all day long, and here he sits in third place. Pretty nice job of him and his team, too.
I might not have been paying attention. I might not even have been a commercial. Oh, fuck.
Ryan Blaney having
It's all
not
equally
his best
boring.
days yet for at Atlanta Motor Speedway, Matt.
Mike, great awareness by his spotter, Josh Williams. When they were departing pit road, the 42 of Larson and Blaney were almost side by side. Josh quickly kept the mic and said, watch Blaney, watch Blaney. So he checked up. That meant Larson would get the outside lane. Blaney would have the inside on the restart.
I like it. That's what you got to do. I mean, we see such a huge advantage being on the inside.
I'm just really impressed with Blaney, job he's done today, because he really had to work hard to get to the front. And he's been able to stay there.
Musician Kofi Burbridge, member of the Tedeschi Trucks Band, where he was keyboardist and flute player, passed recently. Had a great passion for racing and for cars, lived here in Atlanta. We pass along our condolences to the family and friends of Kofi Burbridge.
Who the fuck is that?
This is the all-new Chevy Silverado.
It's beautiful.
Beefy and mean looking. It's the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. The cab is bigger than the last generation.
First truck I've seen make you look small.
But that's not all.
Oh my!
Whoa! The Silverado has more cargo volume than any competitor. Very impressive.
Now, during the Chevy President's Day sales event, get 0% financing for 72 months on this all-new Silverado. Drive yours away this President's Day.
I thought I was managing my moderate to severe ulcerative colitis, but I realized something was missing. Me. The thought of my symptoms returning was keeping me from being there for the people and things I love most. So I talked to my doctor and learned Humira can help get and keep UC under control when other medications haven't worked well enough. And it helps people achieve control that lasts, so you could experience few or no symptoms.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Be there for you and them. Ask your gastroenterologist about Humira. With Humira, control is possible.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Did the little piggy cry wee, wee, wee all the way home?
Wee! Oh shit, Kyle and Kyle show in the top two.
Lex. Wait. Maxwell.
Yeah?
You're home.
Oh, cool.
Wee!
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Hold on.
Oh, the accent in the heck out of that wall. You deserve the sweet wanted to die, Dr. Pepper.
That is sweet.
So sweet.
Oh, you're leaving already?
Oh, yeah. Die, Dr. Pepper.
It's the sweet one.
On March 9th.
Jaden just completely left, and so did everyone else.
Champion Sean Porter defends his belt against Yordenis Ugas.
Fox, live from Los Angeles, March 9th, only on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
129 laps to go in Atlanta. Kyle Larson out front of the field, and our Coca-Cola Racing family, Joey Logano 8th, Denny Hamlin 9th.
And there was no confirmation that he
Suarez
didn't,
and
so.
Dillon. Newman and Suarez on the lead lap. Dillon and Wallace one down. Second place has changed hands. There goes Kyle Busch.
Kyle's been working the high line, not just in 1 and 2, but also down in 3 and 4. We've not seen anybody make that work. So heads up for Kyle Busch to be searching around this racetrack and finding ways to make that group work.
And driving a Joe Gibbs Toyota that had 0 laps on it prior to the start of this race. That's the backup car after Kyle got into the wall in practice yesterday. There's a look at Kyle Busch's day, Matt.
Mike, their race notes is going to seem more like a volume with all the notes about the changes that they have made on this 18 car today. And that's what Adam Stevens told me. Expect to see us take big swings because we didn't get that practice. And that's what they've done. The car has been a little bit on the tight side. In fact, a few moments ago, Kyle said, I can't go anywhere. And Adam Stevens keeping him pumped up saying, let's just give it time. Let's see how it goes. And by the way, they're running in second.
And you know what they call that line he's running up there, Jeff? You should know. He's rim riding.
Yeah, rim riding.
I mean, he is
on
up
the
there.
cushion.
He's up there on the edge.
Yeah, I think that's what you got to be careful of, though, is jumping over.
Don't you
that
fucking
edge,
pass him, Truex.
getting right side damage. Nobody's running closer to the wall right now, and you can be assured that Kyle Larson leading this race is looking in his mirror, getting some information from his spotter about where Kyle Busch is running.
At Atlanta and Dover, we'd call that the Harry Gant groove back in the day.
Oh man, I wish Chester could just open the fucking door. I'm not letting him in. Fine, I'll let him in.
Now, older brother Kurt is celebrating a milestone today. He's in 6th place, Jamie.
Hey.
650th start for Kurt Busch. Not many drivers can say they've been in one series for that long. In fact, he's been in the Cup Series longer than any other driver, and that includes Jimmy Johnson and Kevin Harvick, who started a year after Kurt. Look, there he is, a young Kurt Busch back in 2000 when he made his Cup debut at Dover in September. He finished 18th that day. His crew chief was our very own Jeff Hammond. So Kurt Busch running 6th.
But Jeff Hammond still works for
years
Fox.
old. This is his 20th year competing in the Cup Series, and he's far from finished. Still very much a competitor.
I know, he's almost done.
And he's got a great initiative where he's buying 100 tickets at every Cup race to give away to the military. Follow Kurt on social media to find out how
I'm
to
picking you up from your sweater.
enter to win some of those tickets.
There
If
we
you're
go.
a current or former a member of the U.S. military, and his home track Las Vegas, along with Watkins Glen, have said, hey, if you'll buy 100, we're going to give you another 100. So great gesture.
Jeff, by the way, how many starts you got?
Well, after I filled in for Junior, it went to 805. 797 up
Chester.
until then.
You only got 805?
Yeah, buddy, you got me beat. You got me beat.
No, be quiet.
Kyle Larson out in front of Kyle Busch by 0.8 of a second with 123 to go.
Let's blow up the candles together.
Okay, let's huff and puff.
Like you do sometimes, Grandpa?
Shut the
Well,
fuck
when
up,
you
bro.
have COPD, it can be hard
I
to
hate
breathe.
kids.
So
This
my
is why.
doctor
They
said-
just say things and they don't understand when they're wrong.
It doesn't replace a rescue
They just say and do the stupidest things, and then it's so cringy. They don't even know what the word cringy means. And it's just like, they're so cringy. And they don't even know. Like, just people, like older people, they don't even know. But, like, they do kind of know. They just don't even know.
With better breathing.
Watch out, piggies!
Ask your doctor if
I hate
Symbicort
kids,
is right
man.
for you. If you can't afford your medication,
I'm not ever
AstraZeneca
having
may be
kids
able to
just
help.
because they're awful.
Wow. Right? These cheesy bacon fries are tremendous.
I know, crispy bacon is the best thing to ever happen to the fries.
What?
You should call, someone should like make a clip of this video and just like post it on YouTube and be like, caught on camera, Sam Wilson caught abusing his dog on camera.
Bacon ovation. Bacon, bacon, bacon. McDonald's Classics with bacon, only for limited time. Is it the best thing to happen to our classics or to bacon? Try for yourself and decide.
If I built a van, it would do more than haul.
If I built a van, it would carry my entire business. I'd make it available in dozens, if not thousands of
Ow!
configurations.
Keep an eye on my fleet.
And an eye out for danger.
Chester, that kind of hurt a little bit for a few seconds.
I'd make it
So.
available in diesel and gas. And I'd build it right here.
No,
in South
Chester, come here.
Carolina.
Introducing the all-new Sprinter, starting at $33,000.
Chester, come here.
Built in the USA. Mercedes-Benz, vans, born to
Chester, I called your name. Come here.
Rubicon enlists the help of veterans
Idiot.
to provide relief to communities affected by natural disasters. Do it for those who need your help. Mountain Dew is proud to support the efforts of Team Rubicon. Let's do.
When my occasional constipation is under control, I can get back to what really matters.
Dulcolax provides dependable, effective relief. Dulcolax
Chester, come here.
for overnight relief, suppositories
Come on.
for relief in minutes, and stool softener for
Chester.
comfortable relief. Dulcolax puts
You're an
you
idiot,
comfortably in
alright?
control.
MLS is back. Everybody rep your city and raise your flag. LA Galaxy versus Chicago Fire. Seattle Sounders FC versus FC Cincinnati. It's time for our soccer. LA Galaxy versus Chicago Fire, followed by Seattle Sounders FC versus FC Cincinnati. Saturday on FS1.
118 laps to go in Atlanta. Kyle Larson, the leader. Martin Truex has raced up into second place now, ahead of Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick.
Chester, why are you being so mean
It's time
to
for our
me?
Credit One Bank ones to watch. And let's give first pick to our newly minted Hall of Famer, Jeff Gordon.
Well, thank you, Mike. Last week at the Daytona 500, we saw Denny Hamlin break a 47-win streak. Today, I think another 47-win streak gets broken. That's our leader, Kyle Larson, runner-up 6-time last year. Not this done.
You know, Jeff, Kyle Busch is making his 500th career start. Only twice in the history of NASCAR did a driver win a cup race in his 500th start. Richard Petty in 1970, Matt Kenseth in 2013. Nobody loves checking boxes more than
Wait, Matt
Kyle
Kenseth won
Busch.
his 500 star? Which race was that?
Third driver to do it.
Oh, Larry.
Was it his birthday, or was that the one he won on his birthday?
Mark Truex Jr. is just about to take the lead, so I think
Everyone
this
left
is
my
never
stream.
won here before.
And
Watch
if you
that 19
no,
car. Martin Truex
no,
Jr.
Jaden
Cole
didn't.
Pearn to the front.
Oh, not so fast, EW. Back there lurking at fifth.
Remember Matt Kenseth won a race on his birthday.
Overadjusted.
He won his 500 start too in 2013. I don't know which race that was. Was that Kentucky or Kansas?
That 12 will be back going to the front.
How did we get all the way to me and nobody's spoken about Kevin Harvick? Could it be because the last 5 years at Atlanta, he's led the most laps, but only
Or
won one of
Bristol,
those
maybe?
5? I don't think so. Harvick's going to hook the bottom. You're going to see a lot more from him out front as we go on. Those are our Credit One Bank ones to watch. Right behind that group, battling for 10th. Give an attaboy to Brad Keselowski. He has been in the car all day despite stomach flu. Got some IV fluids yesterday. He and White Page felt sick Friday evening.
Fucking Harvick, stop, bro.
Keselowski continues to tough it out, 10th ahead of Hamlin. And here is third place, Kyle Busch and Kevin Harvick.
And we talk about how good Kevin Harvick is at preserving those tires, even though he's sliding a lot, getting into turn 3.
Yeah,
right there,
Jaden
trying to
left
get
my
by Kyle
stream.
Busch. And I just wonder if that's what's
'Cause
starting
he's
to take a toll on Kyle
mean.
Busch's tires. He's been running that high line at both ends of the racetrack. It might really be using them up and heating them up a little bit more than he wants to, and he's starting to fade.
Yeah, but this is right when Harvick, everybody else slows down. Their tires wear out and they start to slip and slide. Harvick seems to be a little more consistent. He's able to hang on a little bit longer and chase those leaders.
Michael McDowell is done for the race. I don't know why. But, you know, the Fox doesn't tell you about that.
He said, I know it's going to tighten
You think they would, since they have, like, nothing else good to talk about.
It's just too tight, meaning the car just won't turn like he wants it to. Watch for an adjustment on the Ford next time.
Larry, that can't be too far away, can it?
Well, I'm sitting here and my calculator is smoking. The question is, do you want to give your driver, if we stay green, fresh tires 2 more times or 3 more times? If you're going to go with 3 more stops, that stop should come
Chester.
in about the next 5 laps. If you're going to go with pitting twice, you're going to have to go to about lap 225 to 230, and that will leave you with 1 additional trip to pit road.
Jaden left my
Personally,
stream because
when I
he's
look at lap
evil.
times, I almost like breaking it down into 4s and coming
No, he
to
didn't leave it.
more times.
It's just, I don't know why you... why the stream would say it if it's not true.
Well, he says he's not comfortable or confident that the right front is going to last. Crew Chief Chris Gabehart told
Like,
him
why would the
it's
stream
up to
say
you.
0 viewers if there's not 0 viewers?
Feeling it, he said, but I'd like to get another 7 or 8 laps out of it if at all possible. So keep an eye on Denny Hamlin. It's up to Hamlin, but Hamlin is definitely concerned about that right front.
Well, and Larry mentioned it about making 3 stops versus 2 stops. A year ago, Denny Hamlin was one of those drivers that made 3 stops in this final run to the end. And there was a period of time where we were wondering if he was going to actually pull it off.
And one thing, Jeff, as I hear him complain about leaning on that right front, I wouldn't normally go in this direction, but I do know that a lot of the guys were complaining about a lot of left side tire wear. When that left side tire wears out, then you start leaning on that right front more. So that could be what Denny Hamlin's feeling right now. It could be his left sides are gone and it's really working that right front.
Chester, come here.
Kyle Larson leading by 8
Chester, come here. Chester,
I'm
so sad.
Take 10th from Brad Keselowski.
You mean so mean to me. Chester, get the.
Nice run for Newman today.
You think I'm joking?
Boy, Jimmy Johnson about to be 2 laps down.
Damn, that's bad.
Eric Jones and Clint Boyer battle for 8th place.
What I'm liking about what I'm seeing, a lot of great battles throughout the field. We're seeing things like this.
All right, Jessica, come here.
Where some are working the
Dad,
bottom, some are working the top. And they're searching all over the racetrack, running side by side. There's Kyle Larson coming up on Jimmy Johnson.
If you would just come here, none of this would be happening.
He's been searching all over the racetrack too. I'm sure he.
You gotta be so stubborn.
Trying to find some solution to the handling on that.
All right, I think I got him.
Not happening, but look at this. Truex
fuck
coming
it.
to the inside.
Trying to bite me. No, not this shit. Not Truex.
He was there, but he told
All right, I'm not trying this anymore.
discretion took over there, and I'm kind of glad it did, but that was getting ugly.
Now they have these two have about 1.4 seconds to play.
It's been a nice 6 months since Truex last won a race.
Just saw Landon Castle come back out on track. He had been in the garage for about 33 laps. So Kyle Larson is your leader in the last 5 races where he has led 100 laps or more. The winners were Keselowski, Harvick, Kyle Busch, Truex, and Kyle Busch. Not Kyle Larson. Not yet.
Not yet. You can't change that.
106 laps still.
Chester! Stop. Alright, bro, stop. You're being mean. You're hurting my feelings here. No, it's not even that bad. It's like, it's not... It might be bad, but it's not that bad. Fucking asshole.
There's nothing disastrous that happens with an Daytona 500 runner.
Jimmy Johnson and Matt Tiff also making pit stops.
It's gonna be where the race gets good. See, aren't you happy and comfortable up here? Isn't it nice and cozy?
As we start this green flag cycle.
Doesn't that feel nice?
Saw Kyle Larson right there trying that outside lane.
Leaders.
No, not fuck this. Not this asshole.
I just wonder if Kyle Larson's just
not this
searching around
chump.
here, knowing the pit stops are
I don't want
coming
this
up soon.
chump to lead the
Tried
race.
something up there, did not work.
Yeah, there we go, Larson. Come on, nice.
Excuse me, that was turn 2, and here's Larson down the backstretch with that big run off the top of the race. Smoker in the back straightaway, and this could put us under caution. It does.
Who? You can show us the... No!
Oh, right
He's
rear
got a
tire.
right rear tire flat.
And you got to give hats off to Denny Hamlin. You know, he's got to make that call, what he's feeling, and he decided to come in and change tires. The 18 and Kyle Busch tried to stay out a little longer.
Kyle was in 4th place. Oh, sadness right there.
It's almost sadness.
We got a ways to go.
He's already passed more cars than anybody. I'm sure he could do it again.
Well, fuck, bro. That's so dumb.
Behind the billboards.
You didn't show us the camera angle for like 10 seconds after you said Smoker back straight away. And then it was Kyle. After you did show us, it ended up being Kyle. Fucking, are you serious?
Kyle Busch able to feel that right rear tire and at least keep. Yeah, I guess he did get into the wall. Matt?
Jeff, it wasn't just a few laps ago, but Tony Hirschman III, his spotter, was trying to get an eyeball on that right rear quarter panel because the Goodyear lettering had been rubbed off, so they knew he'd gotten into the wall.
You can still win this.
And then it just cut the tire down.
It looks to me like he's got a little bit of damage on that right rear. Like, we saw how close he was running to the wall. I have a pretty good feeling that he pushed that fender in on the tire and it probably cut it.
It's also moved the bottom of that right quarter panel outward. That'll catch some air.
That's the problem with that rim riding, Jeff, as you well know. You get up there and you make one little bobble, that right rear is going to get into that wall. And
oh, the crying Kyle Busch fan.
Bobble right there. Yep. Give me back the chips.
Kyle Busch fans up there in the grandstands today.
A lot of kids pull for that car, and why not? This is the first caution for cause other than the competition caution and the two stage-ending cautions. Comes at lap 222, with 103 to go.
Mike, and look, you've run a lot of laps. You get a little irritated with somebody. You get irritated with your crew. You get irritated with another driver. You get a little bit mentally tired. You get a little physically tired. You make mistakes. It just happens that way.
Daniel Suarez gets the free pass. He was the first car one lap down.
I've got a dog. This is a dog. Look at this dog. He is dog.
Action tips off at 9 Eastern on FS1 and on the Fox Sports app.
Go on to bed. If you don't want to be with me, I'm not getting up though. So.
Pits will be open. Here's Jamie.
And Kevin Harvick drops down, coming onto pit road in third position. Just too tight was all he said. They just want to free it up a bit. They're going to make a track bar adjustment, 4 tires.
Chester, I'm not getting up.
As well, and they're going to take a look at the splitter. It's been hitting the track. They think it's gone, Matt.
And Phil Foster, the tire carrier for Larson, had a wrench in his hand. They waved that off. They were going to make a chassis adjustment.
Kyle might not be too out of luck right now because he's still on the lead lap. He's pitting right now, so he might be good. He might still be in contention.
He was battling for the lead just before that caution came out. No changes, just 4 tires for Truex.
Jesse, you could just stay in this room. You don't we don't have to cuddle. You can just go up on the bed, so I don't have to fucking get up.
And Kyle Busch, after bringing out this caution flag, stays on the lead lap.
Yeah. What if he wins? He's not going to, but what if he does?
I'm going to open up 2 beers. Okay. You tell me which sounds more refreshing. Gotcha. This one? Or this one?
Chester, no. Just, there's nothing else left to do in this house.
What beer is that? Are you being serious? Yes. It's Busch. Right.
Busch.
No, what else do you... Everything that you can do in this house, you can do in here.
USAA Bank is here to help. Bringing the burgers, buns, and
All you gotta do is sleep,
ASAP.
so... I
We
have a
don't charge
comfier
monthly
place to
service
sleep.
fees, so you have
More money for your barbecue.
Here, I'll even blanket you up.
Roger. All systems go on the cookie cake.
USAA Bank helps you save a little more money for when it
Wanna get blanketed up?
Find help at every
Come on.
turn with
Jesse,
USAA Bank.
come here.
In 1979, Jiffy Lube changed everything by providing the first convenient oil change service.
Listen, don't be an asshole. Come here.
4 decades later,
Alright, well,
Jiffy's changing everything
don't cry.
again, offering services that are fast and convenient using manufacturer recommendations. Jiffy Lube, you can do more in a jiffy.
Carl, I didn't know we were having dinner tonight.
You are.
Dandruff. Carl and I go everywhere together. Keep dandruff from ruining date night.
Carl, how could you?
Selsun Blue helps eliminate annoying itch and flakes.
Are you gonna lead or are you gonna be led? You're gonna be one thing or be them all. The breadwinner and the best big tail tire. The provider, the protector, and everything you'll ever need. or are you going to be led? The all-new Ram 1500, Motor Trend's 2019 Truck of the Year. Come in now during Ram Truck Month.
Get an average 10,767 in total values on select all new 2019 Ram 15.
This is Dog back here. Dog.
Oh my God, Becky, look at that crust.
At Pizza Hut, we're the ultimate cheesy crust, with 16 pockets overflowing with melted cheese.
The Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500 is sponsored by Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut. And by Credit One Bank, the official credit card of NASCAR. Perfect for race fans. Kyle Larson was trying to beat Kevin Harvick out of the pits.
Did he
Get
speed?
49.99 miles per hour, and then
Bro.
you get a ticket.
He beat Kevin Harvick out of the pits. Problem was he was speeding to do it.
So Larson, who had only one speeding penalty all last year, gets one here, and he'll restart at the back. Let's check in with Shannon Spake in the studio.
Hey, Mike, I think last year we said missed opportunity for Kyle Larson so many times in those races, and there it is, another missed opportunity for the fastest car in the field.
We were discussing, how do you beat Kyle Larson today? What can you do? We didn't even think about Kyle Larson could beat himself. Right now, it appears he might have beat himself.
Well, it's so frustrating to get caught speeding on pit road. We've seen two cars go to the back so far with the 10 and the 17 for speeding. They haven't been able to recover, but if anyone can today, it's probably going to be Kyle Larson.
Okay, so these restarts, we knew that they were going to be
Or
crazy,
Kyle
and I think
Busch.
we've been sitting here saying, oh boy, so many times, and I think that's exactly what we're going to see as we get ready to go to green. Back to you, Mike.
Thanks, Shannon. A couple of drivers stayed out and took the wave around because they had pitted just prior to the caution. Denny Hamlin, Alex Bowman, and William Byron are on the lead lap. Daniel Suarez got the free pass, and we're ready for the restart. And Kyle Larson, who's led over 140 laps today, will restart back around 16th. Here we go.
All right, come on, Blaney.
Teammates working pretty
Come
well
on,
here
Blaney.
the
Fucking.
outside. Ooh.
See Harvick right there?
Just like that last restart that we saw on Kyle Larson, this time Ryan.
Yeah, come on,
Blaney does an
Blaney.
excellent job getting to the.
No, fucking don't help Harvick. What the fuck, bro?
Boy, Truex
Truex
trying
is-
to shove Harvick off into the corner.
Well, he did that for Kyle Larson, got him the lead. This time he pushes Kevin Harvick to give him the
Fucking,
lead.
what the fuck, bro? That's such an asshole thing to do. I don't like you or him, and then you just helped him.
On the outside, when you get up there like the 12 car is playing, you get such momentum off that corner. And then you got that nice, strong tailwind down the back. You really get a lot of straightaway speed.
Joey Logano makes a dive to the bottom. Holds fourth place. Here he comes for third.
Those guys are neighbors on pit road.
No run out back.
Racing each other on the track.
By itself.
History as well.
And Truex gets the big run off the corner. He's going after Blaney.
What I like about Truex's car, he can run about anywhere. He can run the bottom, he can run the middle.
But I have noticed what some of the guys are saying, Jeff. That bottom seems to bog the car down a little bit.
When it bogged down, Joey Logano and his teammate Brad Keselowski actually made the pass.
And here comes Logano back after him for fourth.
Kevin Harvick brought up, we talked to him after that, he won that stage, is this wind coming across and being a crosswind in 3 and 4. It looks like it's really easy to overdrive turn 3 and miss that bottom in 3 and 4.
Keselowski had trouble getting off turn 2, and Kurt Busch took advantage. Meanwhile, for the lead, here comes
Come on,
Ryan
Blaney.
on the bottom.
Nice.
Got that bottom.
Nice job, bro. Let's go.
What a great pass by Ryan Blaney.
First time Blaney has led today. We're going to have a look at the restart from the back of Kevin Harvick's car. Here comes Truex.
Yeah, the 4 to 19 here right here. 19 really gives it 4 a good shove right there. And you see those hood flaps pop up. That's just so much air pressure around those cars.
That's the way that air deflects up over. Look at the hood. The
This
whole
car
hood
seems so
flapping from
weird
the
now.
turbulence.
Like,
Truex eventually got past Kevin Harvick. He's the new second place
Yeah,
car.
when Kevin Harvick slid up high because Blaney went to the bottom and was able to get by him, it opened up the door for the 19 to take advantage of Mark Church Jr. Oh, look at Logano. Does Harvick have an issue here? He's just really struggling right now.
Yeah, he does. It's called the 22 car. He's all over.
Really tight, Harvick says, Vince.
Well, Joey Logano has been so good. Of course, he's coming off that championship season, but I was
Hi, Chester.
a spotter, TJ Majors,
Here's
today
Chester
about
back there.
his impressions of
It's
Joey,
cute.
working with him now in his second year, and he said that he's just so aggressive. Some might say too aggressive, but he's just amazed at how few mistakes Logano makes and how he navigates those tight situations without losing his aggressiveness. We've seen that a couple of times today.
Yeah, I agree, man. He's aggressive.
Blaney's leading this race. That'd be fucking awesome to see him win.
Always has control of his car.
Yeah, we had heard a comment from Kevin Harvick earlier talking about his splitter hitting. He runs lower than anybody, right? He runs it all the way down here, almost to the apron of 1 and 2. He does the same thing in 3 and 4. I wonder if he hasn't ground that splitter off in the left front. Look at that, how much it's almost gone on the left front. It is very narrow, and as that thing gets narrow, if he starts to really grind away from that left front corner, that's going to be less and less downforce.
Now, before the pit stop, Harvick radioed in that the splitter was going away. How about JTG Doherty? Ted and Jody
Yeah, what about
Scheckter,
them?
Brad Doherty, and they're 37 and 47 with Chris Buescher and rookie Ryan Preece, both in the top 10.
And another rookie in there with Daniel Hemrick.
Well, remember, I told you, I heard Brad Daugherty on the radio before the season started, bragging about the changes they had made in the team and how they expected to perform much better this year. He wasn't kidding.
Mike, a change in corporate alliance certainly paying off for Tad and Jody Scheckter, the 37, 47, having stellar days. And really, if you look at Chris Buescher's day, he was much tighter earlier. They made several adjustments. It swung the other way. He's very happy with the car right now. Jamie?
And Ryan Preece in the 47, running top 10 with his teammate. He was one of the feel-good stories. Finished 8th last week at the Daytona 500. The team all got together on Monday, did high fives, they celebrated, had some lunch, but it was right back to work. Ryan is a competitor, and today he's saying the adjustments are helping him. He's learning this place for the first time, Vince. His first time here in a Cup car.
Well, that's the same case for Daniel Hemrick as well. His first Cup race here in Atlanta. Of course, he made the championship for the Xfinity Series the last couple of years, working with veteran crew chief Luke Lambert. Everybody in the garage will tell you they believe in Daniel Hemrick. He has shown the talent and the ability, and he's finally getting the chance at RCR.
Yeah, VP of competition there, Andy Petrie, told us just that this morning. We're going to have a great battle for Sunoco Rookie of the Year in 2019. 6th place, Brad Keselowski moves up a spot. And back at 12, Eric Almirola, rebounding from a speeding penalty back at lap 85. Battling Chase Elliott, Ford against Chevy here for 12.
Chase Elliott's never finished out of the top 10 in anything he's ever raced here at Atlanta, so a little work to do to get up in that top 10, and he's going to have to battle some strong competitors just like Almirola and hold off Daniel Suarez, who's going to the inside.
Yeah, Chase's dad, Bill, he loved this racetrack. The Elliott's owned this place. Remember one time we had the All-Star race here? One time.
After he smoked
everybody was, well, we won't go back there anymore.
Up front, Martin Truex.
Not Truex, not this dude.
He's trying. He's darting to the inside, but Ryan Blaney, so far, man, able to hold him off.
Mike, back on that restart, a great visual when you had the 22 of Logano and the 12 of Blaney. Blaney's wheels are white, Logano's orange, and Keselowski's are orange. So when you look at the brake use today, his team was warning him. Keep an eye on your brakes. Try to use less brake as possible because that's what the other cars, segment or two ago,
You dead?
they were using so much less.
This last 7
By
minutes
the
seems
way,
long.
That's a preference by owner Roger Penske. He prefers to have his cars painted, the wheels painted similar to the car, not black.
Well, Kyle Busch and Kyle Larson had their work cut out for them. They both started near the tail end of the lead lap. Kyle Busch is currently 17th. Larson is 18th after that speeding penalty. Busch had to restart at the back because he brought out the caution and pitted before pit road was open.
Remember,
Yeah,
Mike, here we
makes
ran
sense.
the brake ducts, not the air ducts. Because some of the
Kinda
drivers said they trail brake a lot here. They're going to use a lot of brake, so they felt they needed the brake ducts to keep the brakes cool. But I noticed as we walked up and down pit road, everybody had the brake ducts taped up solid.
Sure did. And I just think as much as we've heard drivers complain about the front tires not gripping, plowing for some of them, I think using brakes are only going to hurt that even more and not allow those front tires to grip and maybe even overheat them.
Well, what we're going to learn in this run is how easy it is to pass on this track with this package, because Kyle Busch and Kyle Larson are right up there with the class of the field. It's just a question of how long is it going to take them to get back toward the front. Vince.
Brad Keselowski making the pass on Kurt Busch for 5th place. Shouldn't be a surprise that Keselowski is running well here today. He won this race 2 years ago, finished 2nd last year. And even though Brad has been sick throughout the course of the weekend, he did have a standby driver on the presence, of course, being Austin Cindric, who practiced the car yesterday. But Brad hasn't mentioned at all about feeling sick in the car. And one thing that has bothered him, turn 2, that's been the problem for them all day long. If they can master that, he might just get up there and challenge for another Atlanta win.
Yeah, somebody in the stream earlier said that Cindric was racing today.
Half of the
You might have.
top 10 right now under
Like if
the age of 30. So score one for
these cars
you
look so
at this
slow from a
stage
distance.
In the Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500 on Fox.
What the fuck?
Now this is Daddy's favorite song.
Alexa, play Dad's playlist.
Oh my fucking god. I thought it looked like it was getting really sad. I thought it was about to be like, don't drink and drive or some shit, because you might die and not be around to see your daughter, or like, don't smoke.
Ha 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 ha.
The Colonel's secret recipe. You can eat it, but you can't know it.
You wouldn't trust a 2-star sushi restaurant.
You don't call the first plumber on the list, do you?
You wouldn't hire a 2-star mechanic.
Yeah.
Why do you stick with a bank that treats you like this? Isn't it time?
I mean, I don't. My live streams aren't drama filled, so that probably explains why she's not here right now. But
Because we're not just a bank.
We're an ally. Ally, this is Pamela. How can I help you?
This one looks empty. What do you think?
Oh, dude, stop. What? Get a ring. What are we supposed to do?
Tell you what I'd do.
someone did just join the stream though, so that might.
Now, gentlemen, hustle!
Does your doorbell do that? Ours does. Get tough on crime with the Ring Video Doorbell. Keep your home and your neighborhood safe. Available at
Wait, was that the same dude from the Progressive commercials?
Does your doorbell do that? Ours does. Get tough on crime.
I don't know.
Ring Video Doorbell. Keep your home and your neighborhood safe. Available at ring.com.
I don't think so.
Whatever party you got going in the back, we got the business up front.
You're looking at Gene Michael as he tweaks the video signal leaving here and headed to your home to improve its quality. Happy birthday, Gene. 80 of them. And he and Peter Larson in charge of our onboard cameras.
You still doing this
Winner
shit?
Inducted into a Sports Broadcasting Hall of Fame. Gosh, I've worked with Gene since 1990 to TNN days. So a lot of those years we've been together, and he's just great attitude and great work. He's a pro's pro. Blaney, your leader. Truex, Logano, Keselowski has taken fourth from what may be a fading Kevin Harvick, who's now 5 seconds back. Time for our Duracell Power to the finish. Taking a look at Martin Truex Jr. there in second place. And a couple of the key points.
Well, we've already seen what happened to our leader, Kyle Larson, when he was trying to exit his pit stall, and he was speeding, not by much, but just enough.
What if there was a point in the race where like you could no longer go caution?
Out of contention for this win. So
like with like 10 laps to go, no matter what happens, it just stays green.
Don't take himself out of it.
And then get on the inside lane.
Like you have to stay green and at full speed, like no matter what. There could be like a crash. That'd be lame. But
normally, what we've seen here, you got to be down on that inside lane on these restarts, or you just get left behind. So that's still a factor, though. I think it'll play out in the end.
Martin Truex in second, working to power to the finish. Vince.
You know, it's interesting you guys talking about Martin Truex, and I was visiting with Cole Pearn before the race, and he was talking about how important it was to have a bounce-back race for them today. They finished 35th at Daytona last week, scored just 1 point. And I said, well, it's such a long season. You've got plenty of time. And he said, it's so tight. This season is so tight, and you expect the points to be that tight. You can't afford many bad weeks.
Surely not. Here are the Penske Fords running first, third, and fourth.
All three of those cars in the top 5 looking pretty strong today.
I think there's smoke in the parking lot.
Then 5.5 back is Kevin Harvick.
In like turn 1. Might just be me, but.
The cars have come to life. The 4 is just kind of stuck where he is. He's led 44 laps on the day, but he said he's just too tight, and that's pretty much been the complaint now for, I guess, the second half of this race for the most part. And now he just radioed to his team and said he's chattering the front tires through 3 and 4, so definitely not the handling he had earlier.
I think that 3 and 4 is giving a lot of guys trouble. That bump getting into 3 upsets the cars a little bit. Guys that can drive through that seem to be doing well. Tailwind down the back, a lot of speed down the back into 3. Turn 3 seemed to be the trouble spot.
Martin Truex, our Toyota top performer, but Kyle Busch has rebounded nicely up to 13th after bringing out the caution.
Yeah, it's not doing good though.
Denny Hamlin right behind him.
Still got 70 to go, so it's enough time to come back up and win.
Remember Kyle Larson?
Kyle can win this race.
Sped on pit lane and had to go to the rear. He's only worked his way back to 18. So when you get in the back, man, it's hard to get back to the front. And Mike, we've seen that today. We have 22 cars on the lead lap with 70 laps to go. That's a lot of cars to still be on the lead lap, and they're all running at pretty decent speed.
Should I throw this bowl at the wall?
This rookie Ryan Preece is doing
I think I should throw this bowl at the wall.
Fantastic job. 11th on such a tough racetrack.
He's 11th. Daniel Hemrick is 8th. Two rookies having a great day. 15th place, that's Paul Menard on the inside, and the 21 as you ride with Chase Elliott.
Grandstands are so empty, goddamn.
Not quite 16 seconds back of the leader.
I think this package.
You think I should throw this bowl at the wall?
I think I would deem it a success. And I'll tell you why. Because the cars have been closer together. We've seen a lot of cars close together on the racetrack. They're not all spread out. We've seen some pretty good racing on and off. I think they've accomplished part of their mission.
But
you're a good influence, Jaden.
Kyle Larson only been able to pass 3 cars since the restart.
Well, remember, he started further towards the front, so he's not had to get back in traffic. And every time we've seen him as the leader,
not doing it. Ha 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 ha.
That's when those behind him, like Kevin Harvick, like Mark Truex Jr., really closed in. So obviously,
yeah, to be Logan Paul, no, that's the plates.
I think that's the thing I've noticed about that 42 car the most, Mike. It may be visual, it may be something about the car, but it just looks low in the back, which will make it fast. But it also makes it difficult to drive in traffic, and I think that's what we're seeing.
Larson battling Paul Menard for 17th. And Ryan Blaney, who had never run a lap in the top 5 at Atlanta before today, is in the lead.
Live from the Starlight Lounge.
1 + 1 = 2. Little too late. A saga bamboo. Who's in the room? Love is dangerous, but driving safe means you pay less. Switch and save. Yes, man. Excuse me, miss. Does this heart belong to you? Would
I like this commercial.
it anyway? NASCAR crashes. A world-famous entertainment destination.
There's like the one bit of footage of a crash that like has happened at Las Vegas in the last 5 years.
It's NASCAR's fastest weekend at America's Racing Showplace.
Yeah, they always make the commercials for these look so good, even though it's like not. They just use like the one or two clips from like crashes that have happened, and then like the other, and then they make like the boring racing look badass by like good camera angles and filters and everything. Yeah, all it really is just boring shit.
We need a good view.
We need ice cold beer and really great wings.
Okay. How about a pitcher and 15 boneless wings for just $15?
Now that's race day done right.
Toyota, let's go places.
40 drivers, 3 months of anticipation.
We gotta live with each other for 36 weekends.
63 laps to go in Atlanta. Here's your Progressive race summary. Ryan Blaney, one of 7 leaders. 22 cars on the lead lap. We've had 23 lead changes and 4 caution flags. Only 1 for cause. That for Kyle Busch, losing a right rear tire. Total of 21 caution laps. Kyle Larson and Kevin Harvick won the stages. Larson trying to rebound from a speeding penalty. He's back in 17th. And Kevin Harvick, right this minute, seems to be stuck at 5th. Larry Mack.
Yeah, let's take a look at the front splitter on that 4 car. That splitter should be sealed to the racetrack, and you can see how far it's up. So let's go to our Ford cutaway car, the touchscreen, and I'm going to show you the difference between the splitter last year and this year. I think this year, if you grind it off, it may hurt you worse. Last year, the splitter was only 2 inches right there on each corner. So yeah, if you ground it off, it still hurt the aerodynamics. But this year, 2019, look at that. 11.5 inches plus this big old radiator pan. All that generates front downforce. You want all that sealed to the racetrack. So if you grind that big surface off, I think it probably hurts you more this year, Jeff, than even last year.
Yeah, absolutely, Larry. And I mean, all that splitter does is, you know, as the air flows over the top of it, underneath it just sucks that car to the ground. So all that surface area is giving them a lot of front downforce because they got so much rear downforce with that big blade in the air. So they need to have that to balance it out. Once you start to lose some of that surface area, you're going to start having some major balance issues.
Now that rear spoiler is almost 4 times the height of last year's. It is so tall that the top 2 inches of it are a 1/4 inch thick polycarbonate that overlays the metal spoiler underneath. Now, they may have to make that out of a clear material so the drivers would have some vision out the rearview mirror.
I just love it, though, Mike. I mean, we went through a period of time when the drivers said, well, we want these cars to be hard to drive. You know, take spoiler off them. We were down to 2 3/4 inches. Well, they're too hard to drive now, so we need to put spoiler back on them. So we've been up and down on that rear spoiler. I mean, I can't tell you how many times we've changed the height of that rear spoiler over the last 3 or 4 years.
I spoke earlier about how impressive Blaney has been today. And all the Penske cars, I mean, they're running 1, 3, and 4 right now in the position. But let's watch this telemetry over here on the left-hand side. You can see that green is throttle, so Blaney rolls it only about 25% out, you know, back to 25%. So never all the way out of the throttle. We didn't see any brake. His team was talking about that earlier. Look how easy his steering wheel is, too. Nice and easy.
But you get so much more RPM, a couple of 100, 300 maybe RPM down the back. That's a lot of speed that you're carrying into turn 3. I think the guy that could adjust to that seems to be the guys that are running the best. And I think that might have been earlier when Kevin Harvick said, I think I figured it out. Maybe he was over driving that corner or driving in too deep. Right now, the Penske cars are just hard to, they look pretty strong right now.
Brad Keselowski and Joey Logano are each running about 1/10 of a second faster than Ryan Blaney. Keselowski 2.5 back, Logano 4 back. Martin Truex in second is about 1/10 of a second slower. So than Ryan Blaney at this moment. Well, we had a Toyota 1-2-3 Joe Gibbs finish. Could we have a Penske 1-2-3 Ford finish today?
No, I can't tell. Did Busher just pass Boyer? Boyer's coming to pit road. Okay.
He did just pass it. He's
Yeah.
coming to pit road.
I'm impressed with Busher.
Jamie?
Well, about 2 laps ago, the 14 said we'll come in 12 laps, but they decided to come now. The car just not handling well at all. Clint saying, I'm just all over the place. It's a 4-tire stop here. You saw him pull a tear off there so we can see a little bit better. And we'll see if anybody else follows along.
Larry, 56 to go. Is this a little bit off sequence for tires? Are they going to have to come again?
Well, no, this gets them in the window. I would have run probably about 5 more laps, but when Boyer came, the epidemic breaks out.
Boyer came? That's kind of weird.
Well, the 2 of Brad Keselowski has come to pit road, and it was right on time. He had debris on the grill. They needed to get cleared off.
Jester.
The temperatures were rising. Jamie?
Kevin Harvick just too tight there. 4 tires, air pressure. They added a little bit of tape and 1 round in the right rear wedge adjustment. They took a bigger swing this time.
You can see the radiator overflow against the base of the windshield on the right on Keselowski's car, steaming. Now that will cool down at speed.
Oh yeah, once they get that whatever's on the grill off and he gets back out on the track, that'll go away. Shouldn't be a problem.
You can see right there on the 42 of Larson. He's obviously using a lot of brake temperature and dust and smoke coming off those front wheels.
Chris Busher pits from 7th place in the 37, having a very strong day here. Alex Bowman finishes up. Blaney and Truex on pit road. There's Kyle Busch, Daniel Suarez, Matt.
And Ryan Flores, the front tire changer, he's up on the wall waiting for the 12 to come to a stop.
Crash!
Oh, where?
Oh, Ryan
Oh,
Preece
shit.
piled into the 52. BJ McLeod turned it around.
I think someone got hit. Someone got hit.
Still green.
Oh, no, they didn't.
Yeah, but I don't see how Ryan.
I don't know why we're still green.
That's it.
Heavy damage to the nose.
That's going to be a caution.
What a shame. And now,
Yeah, that's a
put us under
caution.
Caution at lap 273.
I just don't think Ryan Preece realized that BJ was going to be pulling into his pit stall.
Well, McLeod and Cody Ware were involved in that pit road incident last week at Daytona.
Yep.
And Preece makes the cut.
Yikes. I think he had his eyes on the 12 of Blaney trying to clear him and just did not realize that BJ McLeod was turning into his pit stall right there.
One lane. Outside, clear to the grass. Oh,
McLeod about stopped.
You don't get a better view than that.
And now, all that smoke, most of that's probably from a busted radiator and the oil cooler, whatever's in that corner right there.
Jamie.
Well, Ryan Preece very frustrated, as you can imagine, on the radio. He said, guys, I was looking down at my tack. Completely missed it.
Well.
And we know how important speeding on pit road is. We saw what happened to Larson earlier, so it's somewhat understandable when you launch that you're going to immediately want to look at your tack to see what RPM you're running, because that's your only measurement tool for pit road speed. But first you have to get clear.
So here's the tachometer, center of the gauge, center of the dash, digital dash.
You can see his head go down right there. And he looked down at that tack, but when he looked back up, BJ was turning into his pit stall.
Why was the 52 all but stopped? It looked
To
like
get to the other side. Ha ha ha
Well, it
ha.
had been real slow all the way in and out on pit road there where 52 was.
And that sun, the sun's very bright right now too. I mean, there's definitely some glare that's happening on these windshields. So I don't know if he just could not pick up his pit stall. I'm talking about BJ McLeod.
Mike, it's just one of the golden rules. I wrote on my dash for years. Don't beat yourself. And I know we can look at that and say, well, this happened, that happened, somebody else happened. But the driver, that's all on him, and he knows it.
McLeod's pit was 8 pits past Ryan Preece's pit. So, I'm sorry, that's something that should not have happened.
It should not have.
There's an expectation. When you're on the pit lane and you're coming down pit road or you come out of your pit, but that's where the spotter and everybody everybody's got to help you because you're kind of restricted. You're limited on what you can and can't see. And then if you happen to glance down, like you said, then you got that problem there that you run into somebody.
Fifth caution of the day, lap 273. Ryan Preece, BJ McLeod.
And Mike, in no way am I being a priest. I mean, that's just what happens. Unfortunate for him.
Jaden just left my stream.
Let's check in with Shannon and the folks in the studio.
Thank you very much, Mike. Very disappointing for Ryan Preece. Had such a great run going. 3 other cars that are just having such a great race today after struggling this weekend are the Penske cars that we see behind us. What do you guys make of how well they've done today?
Well, after qualifying, we were so concerned about the Penske cars and the lack of speed that they had. Now, all of a sudden, the race starts. They're going much better in the race. I think that's got to have something to do with the downforce they had in those cars on Friday. Obviously, a little bit too much for qualifying.
Yeah, we were talking about them on Friday because we didn't know why they were so far off. We're wondering now, were they not trimmed out like some of the other guys weren't qualifying, or are their cars just built to be better on the long run?
Joey Logano had some issues on pit road. We've now seen a couple of them, including speeding penalties. We knew that this was going to be a place where maybe this race could be won or lost.
Always a problem. On pit road, you can't beat yourself. A lot of guys getting speeding penalties and are beating themselves. It appears that Logano, Truex, and those guys have worked out their little
remember this? I'm looking back at my old Twitter
I feel bad for
pictures.
Ryan Preece. Everybody has kind of been put in that position where
That's
you're looking at
scary.
your track trying to get to pit road speed because you want to maximize that the most you can. And then it looked like BJ McLeod was slowing down, maybe couldn't see his pit stall, and I don't think Ryan ever saw him.
And like you said, a little
Who remembers
bit of
this?
question mark as to why McLeod was pitting with the leaders at that point. Maybe he should have stayed out another lap or two. We don't know that.
Jamie, you talked all weekend long about restarts, right? And you just said to me, it is going to get wild on this next restart because we just got like
fucking load.
Yeah, every restart up to this point has been a little more intense.
And then she crashes.
We saw, Truex pushing Harvick down the backstretch. I think as we get closer to the end, they're going to be 3 wide getting into turn 3.
Remember that?
Pushing more
That girl just crashed.
It's going to be crazy from here on out.
These guys know what they can get away with their race cars right now. That's allowing them to get aggressive. I'm glad we're here watching because this is going to be fun.
Mike, back to you. Hold on, right?
Well, thanks, Shannon. But looking at scoring, this race has taken an interesting turn. Joey Logano and Kurt Busch had not made their green flag pit stop yet. They are shown a lap ahead of the field. Now, some of the lapped cars that had not stopped include Ricky Stenhouse, 1 lap down, but Logano and Kurt right now are being shown 1 lap up.
So once those two come down pit road to get their tires, then that'll send all those cars that came in, at least the ones that are 1 lap down, to go all the way around and do the wave around. Then they'll be on the lead lap.
Yes.
But they're still going to be behind those 2 guys.
All right, before the pits open, Matt Yoakum.
Mike, this is a great example of why NASCAR is tops in the safety, and the over-the-wall guys have to wear all the safety material they can, right down to the helmets. Now, Anthony Pursuit was the gas man. He was on the other side of the wall. He was pinned against the wall by the car. He was able to break free. The 37 car, he was able to break free, slide back over the wall. He laid on the side of the wall for a few moments. He got up. He wanted to just walk it off, and they took him away on a golf cart for further observation from the medical staff, but he was talking coherent, and he said, hey, I just want to walk it off and go back to work.
Oh boy. Thanks, Matt. Glad he's okay. So here are your 2 leaders on pit road. This will cycle around now. Vince?
Well, for Joey Logano, the issue throughout the course of the day has just been too free. They're going to address that here with an air pressure adjustment, put a little tape on the grill. Otherwise, they feel like they've had a really good race car, but just a little bit too free in these later stages of the race.
So, Larry, let's talk a little about this wave-around rule that looks like it's going to put a big group of cars back on the lead lap for the restart.
Well, and the biggest thing, Mike, is they can't pit. You can't pit if you take the wave around. Now, most of them only have 1 or 2 laps on their tires, but I look at Clint Boyer. He has 3 laps on his tires. Most tracks we go to, that would not be much. That is a lot here at Atlanta.
Okay.
Mike, one thing I think is changing cars a little bit. It's getting late in the afternoon. We're getting a lot of shade down in turns 1 and 2 now. I want to change the way your car feels just a little bit. Too tight or too loose.
Now, we will talk to Ryan Preece, but first he has to make a visit to the
Everybody shows a lap down.
And be checked
Ryan
out.
Preece is already out of his fire suit.
Next Next Sunday,
Swear he's a ninja.
the
Like I
Cup
swear.
Series heats up as NASCAR stars race for the checkered flag in Las Vegas. It's Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series racing next Sunday, 3:30.
Ryan Priest is a ninja. Don't at me, because you will. I will tell you that fucking. I know it was no one's fault, but those.
On FS1 at 3 o'clock.
But those Rick Ware. Oh, yeah.
And we had a lot of anticipation for what we were going to see this weekend, but we also knew
Dude, it's about to
this is
be
a very abrasive,
maybe
much
a good
different
race.
shaped type
Probably
of
not.
racetrack, even though it's still a mile and a half, than what we have in Las Vegas. And from what I heard about the testing they did in Las Vegas, we are going to expect to see a lot more drafting and side-by-side racing for quite a few laps.
Brad Keselowski back in the pit, Vince.
Well,
That's
remember we told
Keselowski
you had
going
some
to the
debris
pits.
on the grill before they caused the temperatures to go way up. They have not reacted back the way that they had hoped that they would, so they're going to bring Brad back in, give that grill one more look, and you see they're waving off. He's over the line, so they have to push him back a little bit here, but they want to take another look at the grill, going to go ahead and change the tires as well.
So he's the free pass car, so he will restart on the lead lap. Once we get it sorted out, 47 to go.
What's Truex doing?
Hey, here we go. We got some drafting going on.
Wonder if Truex actually has some debris on his front grill, also trying to get it off.
Yeah, it's called a Camaro.
Yeah.
That's funny. I like that.
Oh my gosh.
That was a good one.
I remember Dale Earnhardt Sr., he used to be notorious for Elmo Langley was a pace car driver, and Dale would go up and bump him in the rear end and about spin him out. And Elmo, you would think he'd get mad or shaking it, but Elmo loved it.
So when they line back up, Brad Keselowski will be third behind Joey Logano and Kurt Busch because he is the free pass car, and only when they give one to go will they give the wave around. The wave around cars will start behind the free pass.
Yeah, the wave around cars, I only got, a lap or two on their tires, so I don't think that's any big deal for them, and they're back on the lead lap and back in the race, and it'd be kind of business as usual.
What I find funny about it is typically you go to the tail end of the longest line. Well, the longest line is the top two guys.
Right. We're going to penalize you. We're going to put your tail in the longest line.
Well, Ryan
They
Blaney
restart third.
has led 41 laps today, but look at his pit stop.
Well, shit.
Okay.
Issues here, Matt.
Well, Mike, looking at that pit stop, Blaney stopped deep in the box, and you can see that's where it started to go south. The jack man had already put the jack under. He started to back the car up, rolled the jack over, broke the jack, and they will restart deep in the top 10 in the 9th spot.
Yeah, Matt, I mean, he wasn't even off the jack. The rear tire was still up off the ground, and he's in reverse trying to back the car up. Didn't make a lot of sense. They definitely, the whole stop just got out of whack, and it was not very coordinated.
There's some communication there.
That's going to say failure to communicate right there. Because that was too many people trying to tell somebody to do something.
What about the graphic we had about pit stops and don't beat yourself?
I tell you, it's a golden rule. If I was a driver today, I'd put that on my dash. And I try to live by it, because how many times have we seen that cost guys not only wins, but positions? And I put it...
Where'd you fit that sign?
I don't know. I'd have to put it over here. Those sponsors are obviously very important, so I'd have to find a place down here, maybe over here. Yeah, right there.
But, just factor in one other thing. It's the first time that they've run here to Atlanta with these kinds of conditions, meaning, the aerodynamics and horsepower. And I just wonder if it's mentally fatiguing these drivers, if they're facing challenges that they've never faced before, and that's causing them to maybe make some more mistakes.
Well, Jeff, if you're going through the corner faster, then you're putting more stress on the body, and you're going to get tired.
Speaking of faster, here comes the wave around. With one to go.
Everybody's a go.
Everybody. We give you a list of the cars that did not wave around. It'd be a shorter list.
There they are.
Curtis
Yeah,
and
they did
Joey.
not wave around. They were on the lead lap. Remember, these two had not made their green flag pit stop before the car.
Wait, so Stenhouse is in third?
When Ryan Priest, coming out of his pit, hit a...
I hope Curtis can pull away. That'd be cool.
There's a good chance, I'm not sure what NASCAR is going to do, but these cars were a lap down, but they weren't penalty cars, and so I'm wondering, will they start ahead of those guys that are the wave around?
I don't
And
fucking know.
because of you, because they're asking the same question you are, Jeff. So we're going to go one more lap before we turn them loose.
Get the lineup straight, but it's not straight.
Well,
Cody Ware will be champion in his rookie season. Yeah, probably. I mean, Cody Ware.
Yeah, they're
Looks
strung
like
out
a
all the way
very
down the
young
backstretch
dude.
trying to come up and into position.
But again,
As you can see.
so just to clarify this, and I'm pretty certain you might see a few cars change, but one lap down cars that came to pit road when they were supposed to should still be ahead of those wave around cars.
And Jeff, that's exactly right. It's lead lap cars, and then it's any cars that are down a lap or two or more, and then the free pass car then, and then the wave around cars. So lead lap, lap down cars, free pass, then wave around cars. That's the way they should be lined up.
Larry, this is a perfect storm right here. We get to
Clear
explain
as
all
can be.
the rules.
Clear as can be, Larry.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
All right, so Johnson's in 24th, 2 laps down. Damn. And then where's Stenhouse? I know he started very well, but then he got a penalty earlier, and then other shit happened. So.
NASCAR took that one on the chin. They said we had directed him where to go. He couldn't get there in time.
So 22, 1, 17, 48, or no? I don't know why they're all starting up there.
Where a driver didn't get into a position that was
This is
open
strange.
to him and got penalized.
Keselowski's in 3rd. I don't know why the fuck they have.
Comes even further for the 22 and the 1. Those guys that were able
No, you got to
to
move
catch
these
that
guys
caution
back to their
perfectly.
actual fucking.
Now
It's
they
still.
have 7 less laps on their tires as some of those that pitted that are behind them that are still in the lead lap.
Most tracks that wouldn't mean much. Here it means a lot.
Well, the 48
Yeah.
is down.
I dropped it like thank yous, but not much,
Come
but
to
that's
green
awesome.
with 43 laps to go when they get back. Pace cars in.
Alright, well, I guess we're just going back. Like it's like the olden days when
21 cars on the lead lap, and we're back under green.
we'd have like everybody in the. Come on, Curtis. Kyle Busch, my favorite driver.
4 wide, 3 wide, and 4 wide.
Come on, help him.
Oh boy.
Holy shit.
Touchy, getting a little dicey.
Stenhouse with
Stenhouse probably gonna
Jones
wreck the whole field.
on the inside behind Joey Logano.
Come on, Curtis.
If there was any give and take that was happening before, it's over with.
Kurt love
This
that
looks
lap.
like, doesn't this look like Daytona? I mean, this is the way we saw him running at Daytona, 2x2.
Oh, what'd you say?
6 wide.
Nice minus Jimmy Johnson. Yeah, he's good. I just wish Chad Knaus didn't fucking leave. It's like an iconic duo.
This aero package is giving these cars a lot of
It's like name a more iconic duo. I'll wait. You can't.
getting in trouble.
I sure hope so.
It appears they did anyway.
Well, fucking of course Keselowski helped Logano.
One of the reasons why he's racing so hard with Jimmy Johnson, Bubba Wallace, is he's trying to be the first car 1 lap down just in case the caution comes out again.
And see, your definition of trouble is totally different than mine. You know, 2 or 3 wide, you think that's, I don't, you hit somebody.
Chester.
That's right. So the only car that Stenhouse has to worry about, Jeff, is Austin Dillon. Those are the 3. Those are the only cars 1 lap down.
Yeah, I don't know why they fucked up the lineup order like that. That was dumb. Yep, now you want 1 win there. You can have 8, but 7 is good. I mean, yeah. I kind of am rooting for Johnson. I don't like Johnson that much. I don't dislike him. He's a great guy. He's a great driver, but I just don't like when he wins. But like I kind of also am rooting for him to win the championship, just at some point, just because I want to see him get. I want him to see that history be made. You know. Chester.
And right there with a lot of big names.
Kyle Busch is back up at 9th right now after that issue earlier.
What a drive for the rookie from Kannapolis.
I tell you, Mike, it's all, that kid has got such a great attitude. I've never seen a driver, I don't think, walk through the garage laughing, smiling, excited about being in the Cup Series and excited about driving that race car. I know we talked to Andy Petrie this morning. Remember, he was talking about, he was really high on Emmerich and what he thought they could do with that kid. He was right.
bottom, Kurt Busch in the middle, Keselowski.
Imagine if there was no leaderboard. Oh, that would fucking suck. There's like old clips that like where they would show the leaderboard like only ever so often, and they would only show like the top 3.
Down at your tachometer. What did you see after that?
I mean, I was just trying to make sure I wasn't speeding, and when I looked,
There's old baseball clips where like they don't have like I've watched entire baseball games from like the 90s. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I like looked up the full video. And they don't have like a scoreboard. They just showed the scoreboard like every once in a while. It was like annoying.
Just really proud of everybody with GTG and Kroger, and nothing else you can do other than that. So look forward to next week.
Definitely have to watch the 47 in Vegas, Mike.
Jamie, after seeing that again, where B.J. McLeod comes almost to a stop, his pit was almost 5 pits away.
Mike, I know these cars have got to be handling good, because there's no way you can run off a corner, turn 4 in Atlanta, 2 or 3, 4 wide like this and make it. And they're making it look pretty easy, actually.
Something else. We talked about that sun setting certainly causing some glare for these drivers, but it's causing some shade through turns 1 and 2. So it seems like the grip level is getting
What the
better
fuck?
and better down through turns 1 and 2.
Team
Teammates.
Penske, 1-2.
Now, what would you say if you were a teammate?
Curtis got passed.
And Joey, who is the champ,
It's unfortunate.
and Brad, who
Hey, Chester.
would like to win this race.
There's a dog.
That's a real battle right there between the two
There's a
teams.
dog right here. He's a cool dog.
Thinking about returning some of the
I should've
love
named
from
him
last year's
Xavier.
champion.
Yeah, that's a
Maybe
good-
he wants
a
to
cool
be
name.
champion this year.
Oh shit! How was that not a crash?
Outside of that yellow and red car, he just parted the lanes.
He just did a drive-through.
Yes, he did. And still back there battling at 14th, but boy, giving it his all. I'm behind Chris Buescher. Back up front.
Battle, baby. Here we come.
Didn't we hear earlier Keselowski
Oh, shit.
said his trouble spot was off of turn 2? I didn't see any trouble with that. He was a
Just gave him a
line
bump
off
and run
turn 2.
on the
It's
backstretch.
changed a lot, Jeff. It's gotten shade on it now, and I think it really picked up a lot of grip over there.
Did you see him honk the horn at Logano going into the corner?
Chrome horn?
Yeah.
This race is very underwhelming now.
Race hard as you want to. I don't care how hard you race.
Because I don't really care for any of these guys. I don't dislike Logano or Keselowski. I just don't really care for them. There's not a guy that I would rather win than the other. So
Not one to give up that spot.
out back yet, door coming up to you here. Still there, door.
Preferred line to Keselowski on that yellow line. If he can hook it, does a nice job.
And then remember, Keselowski is not.
I don't like one of them more than the other. That's at the point that I'm at right now.
They felt like they could win this race. My golly, 32 laps to go. He might be right.
Well, we've heard a lot of drivers complaining about their cars today. There's one driver probably isn't saying much about it, and that's Brad Keselowski. When you're sick like that, you've been there, Daryl. You just hunker down, put your eyes straight ahead, and you just go do your job.
You know what I found about when I was out, never felt real good. I didn't complain a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We haven't heard much out of Keselowski all day.
Vince?
Well, Brad told me he was about 70 to 80%. In fact, Austin Cindric did the pre-race appearances that Brad was scheduled to do because Brad didn't feel well enough. But I'm guessing that when it comes to victory lane, it won't be Austin Cindric. I'm guessing that's going to be Brad.
Amen.
Daryl, if you were feeling a little off, was there any better remedy than a good handling race car?
Oh, no, you sit in that car, Mike, it's a little cocoon. You get all tucked away in there, and you get all strapped in, and it really helps your focus. Because you know you don't feel well, but you got to do your job,
What?
and I think it really helps you focus on your job.
You're gonna open that door. Crying and scratching is gonna do anything.
Keselowski's teammate, Vince.
Yeah, you can open
It
that door.
might be going from bad to worse for Joey Logano. Not only did he lose that
Everyone thinks he's so
position to
smart.
Keselowski,
Might as
but
well.
now he believes he's got a loose wheel. And you see on the left-hand side of the screen, the team getting ready for Joey Logano to come in if necessary. But Logano
Oopsie.
definitely sounds alarmed on the radio.
He has not had a good day in the pits.
Well, and there's absolutely no reason to speed that pit stop up because it was just him and one other car on pit road.
Well, with a mid-corner speed of 170 miles an hour, a loose wheel is nothing to fool with.
And I think you're going to feel it even more
Nope.
because of the corner speed.
12th place here, Denny Hamlin, Chris Buescher. having a strong day. Remember, we have 21 cars back on the lead lap. Back to Chase Elliott. And in 6th place, the driver that was heavily favored coming here. What did Kyle Larson say early in the day? I'm just glad he lets us race here.
Yeah, but
Evan Harvick.
his lap times are not there, Mike. 32:58 last time by. Leader 32:15. So he's just not got the lap times to keep up with the leaders right now. By the way, those are pretty darn good lap times at this point in the race with 28 laps to go, running 32:15. That's fast.
Let's look at 3rd place for Kurt Busch on start 650 of his long career. A couple of champions battling here. Truex in 4th. And Daniel Hemrick in the top 5. How about that?
Fantastic.
27 laps to go, 21 cars on the lead lap, and we're going to take you side by side.
Final commercial break of the race, unless there's a caution.
I'm a little bit country.
Oh, and I'm a little bit rock and roll.
I'm a little bit of
Arg. Hey, buddy.
With a little bit of Motown in my soul.
How's it going? I know, I picked up my dog like an asshole, but who cares? He's alright. He doesn't bitch about a lot. Unlike some dog that I have.
Silverado. It's a little bit country, and it's a little bit rock and roll.
Once a year, we gather around this
I want the
table where
way
there are
you can
no
take
quitters. Just folks
5 pits away. We take to like where cars charter.
Float or shoot it, and instead are driven by a need to be first over a fear of being hurt. We've all got something to prove, but just a few have the skill to lay it on the line, drop the hammer, flat out and 5 wide. Because in the end, it's 39 losers and only 1 winner. Who's it gonna be?
Welcome to race day.
When that flag drops, you gotta be with your people.
The ones who are loyal.
And support you all the way.
The true believers.
Who ain't scared of a hard day's work.
People who stand up for what really matters.
These are my people, and this is our place. Hooters, the official home of race fans.
Is Chase Elliott like not allowed to have a girlfriend because of like his Hooters sponsorship? That's why he's still single.
Well, the squirrels are back in the attic.
Mom?
Your dad won't call an exterminator.
Can I call you back, Mom?
He says it's personal this time.
If you're a mom, you call it the worst time. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Where are you? It's very loud there. Are you taking a Zumba class?
Arg. I got your sweater. I'm sorry for being an asshole, Chester. You don't deserve it. Logano hasn't pitted, so I think it'll be fine. He was complaining about a vibration, but he hasn't pitted.
40 drivers, 3 months of anticipation.
We gotta live with each other for 36 weekends.
22 laps to go in Atlanta.
Chester, stop it.
Kyle Larson trying to rebound from a speeding penalty. He's at 13th against Denny Hamlin. And Chris Buescher make that 12th place for Larson, but the laps are winding down.
Yeah, caution would be. Oh, Logano is pitting.
In front of Truex now for second. As
Shut up, Chester. Kurt Busch just got caught up by that lap traffic. But it looks like he's going to get past. Oh, shit.
Whoa.
Man, that was close. That's even closer. Can you side draft on this track?
Oh, yeah, you can.
You got a good side draft off of it. One car there, Kurt Busch.
Go outside, middle of the track. Clear over here. Clear. Use it up. Use it up. Oh, yeah, that's it, bud.
Clayton Hughes, I love this spot. He's a funny man.
Yep. Yeah, he's a great spotter, too.
Great cheerleader.
So obviously that loose wheel got worse for Joey Logano.
Fuck, dude.
Let's go back to 7th place. Kyle Busch trying to rebound from bringing out the caution flag for a right rear tire at lap 222. And he's against Eric Almirola for 7.
But think about Almirola.
Daniel Hemrick's in 4th. Holy fuck, bro.
Fell back. We haven't heard from him much, but here he is.
I think it's gonna go like unknown.
Penalty at lap 85, Darrell, and never really recovered from it.
Struggle back in traffic, seemed like.
I don't know, if there's just something about this racetrack, or if we're going to see a trend of this. If you have a car that really is slick in qualifying and can put up a really fast speed, what is that car going to race like? And I think that's one of the things I'm seeing. Eric Almirola, Clint Boyer, both really fast. Even Stenhouse, really fast in qualifying. But those guys that qualified further back seem to have a big advantage in the race.
Yeah, but what about this? You got your guy that started on the front, first. You got a guy racing him that started last. So they've had two polar opposite races, but here they are racing each other.
Well, Larry McReynolds, we get down to the final 20 laps. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I know we've only had 5 cautions total, 2 of those for Stagians, Mike, but when I look at our last 10 spring Atlanta
One of them was
races,
competition.
the average lap of the last caution, lap 305, which is 20 laps to go, and we're sitting right there right now with 18 laps to go, and we've had 3 overtimes. Last time was 3 years ago, back in 2016.
That was a fun race.
See what unfolds here.
I bet we have a caution.
Thanks, Larry. Kevin Harvick's moved up to 4th now.
All right, I'll let you out.
Daniel Hemrick. Harvick
I'm
is
not going
7
upstairs.
seconds
So
back. Truex and Kurt Busch just a tick quicker, a tick being a 10th or less.
And does Hemrick have an issue here? He's slowing down.
Right.
Yeah, like he might have gotten into the wall a little bit.
Hell yeah.
Oh man, Hemrick is fucked. He was doing so good.
Mike, Daniel Hemrick says he's got a right rear tire going down. He can feel
But
it.
that'll bring Kyle Busch up to 6th now.
You can
That's
see
good.
that damage to that right rear area. That's what he said. He felt like the tire was going down.
I think somebody may have made
It should be
contact with his
debris.
right rear, push that fender
Put on
into the
debris
tire. It
caution.
doesn't look like he made contact with the wall.
No, it
Even though there's no debris, just to be nice.
You can feel it better than I can, but it's probably not flat.
That sucks. He was running 4th. He was doing really good.
His lead lap position.
I just think, Mike, that quarter panel behind that rear tire is so critical that when that got thin, I think it changed the car a little bit, and we'll find out, he may have had a flat tire, but it didn't look like it.
Brad Keselowski did not participate in the beginning of final practice yesterday. He was too ill. He and White Page fell sick Friday evening. And Brad did make 2 brief practice runs late in that session yesterday afternoon. Between then and race time today, got a couple of bags of IV fluid. Said he felt well enough to race and wanted to tough it out. He might tough it out all the way to victory lane.
Well, he and Paul
Who
Wolf,
knows?
I've always loved Paul Wolf. They always come up with a different
The
strategy.
top 2, I don't really want to win. I'd rather Keselowski, obviously, but
strategy. Fast car, lead the race, winning.
Curtis is running in 3rd, which would be awesome.
Hey guys, I just was looking at one of our cameras on pit road. Daniel Hemrick, he came to pit road. The right front tire was all to pieces. It looked like, especially on the inside shoulder, which we heard some complaints about that earlier. So right in front for the 8 car, not the right rear.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thing
There you go.
shredded.
Good that he stopped.
Yep. I knew that right rear didn't look down because it was pretty good, but that right front, not so good.
And Ryan Blaney comes to pit road. Tough break for another driver who has led this race.
Well, Mike, as the
Another
track
Penske
cools
driver.
down and the grip picks up, you're going to abuse those tires a little bit more. So
Boy, really close to going over the line right there. Oops, some damage to the front of Corey LaJoie's car.
Oh, again, he got the left side at Daytona.
Yep.
And now looks like he's been hit right in the chin. Oh no!
Punched in the mouth.
Right in the kisser.
they got hit in the nose. Got 2 black eyes now.
Their sponsor had so much fun at Daytona, they said, hey, let's do it again next week in Atlanta. So, good for them. Ryan Blaney had a vibration. That's why he came in here with just 12 laps to go.
There's something that I've seen is a lot of these cars that are having issues, their fastest lap times were at the start of this last run.
Look at
and
that.
I just wonder if they're just pushing it, and causing this issue that we're seeing on the right front. Look at the right front.
There's
The 12 of Blaney shredded also.
Another tire problem. I just think the speeds are pretty high right now. We're running the
Kyle and Almirola are having a good battle right here.
that last lap 33 seconds.
So, Larry, if your two teammates have shredded right front tires, what do you tell your driver, their teammate who's leading the race?
With 11 laps to go, stand on it.
That's right. I'm with you, Larry. Ain't nothing we can do about it now, pal.
Now, just going back to what I've said, Keselowski, his fastest lap was on lap 286. That's when we went to green. His teammate, Joey Logano, his fastest lap, 285. You know, the 8-car, same thing. Hemrick, lap 289. I'm just wondering if there's a correlation there.
So what are they telling Brad Vince?
Well, they haven't said anything to Brad about his tire, or has he said anything to his team about the tire situation, and they've not had an issue throughout the course of the day in regards to tire wear. So that's all good news, but certainly you
Kind of hoping a caution comes out.
would be alerted to that if indeed he did start having a problem. And by the way, Mike, you
Just so we can kind of see everything in this race.
lane anyway. Remember, Brad is tied with former Penske great Mark Donohue for the most wins all time in Penske organization history. What a special win this would be for Brad if he could finish it off today.
Absolutely. When he re-signed with the captain, he said that was his goal, to go after Mark Donohue's record. How do you like this for sixth place? Almirola and Kyle Busch.
I'm just watching Keselowski. I know there's only 8 laps to go, and I think he's backed it down a good bit, but not too far back there is that 19 car, Martin Truex, and he's made he's cut a big chunk out of that lead that Keselowski had.
Last lap, Keselowski 0.2 of a second slower than the second place car, and that would get him to the finish line about 3 or 4 tenths of a second ahead of Martin at that pace, unless Martin can make it out.
And Martin has a couple of cars, one being Ricky Stenhouse Jr., that he's going to have to get past before he even gets in clean air to try to track down Keselowski.
3.5 tenths the difference.
Maybe a caution would be cool.
I do think that message has been sent to Keselowski about the tire issues on his teammates, and he's going to be managing in his mirror where the second place runner Martin Truex Jr. is.
I don't think Martin can catch him, but it's going to be darn close.
Some contact there between Eric Jones and Eric Almirola.
I think there was some contact.
That is 7th place.
Boys, telling you.
No, now Keselowski this lap 0.6 of a second slower than Truex.
Oh, shit, Truex is catching up.
And keep the lead.
He's got to have a problem, guys.
Oh, yeah, he does. Fuck that.
Here is the radio of Martin Truex and team.
Man, I'm preaching. I'm trying to get all the help I can. He's shaking his head, yeah, but obviously the driver ain't really laying the...
Just, if Truex, or if Keselowski doesn't have a problem, he should just wreck Truex as, like, he passes him. So.
That's all about those lap cars. They're trying to get those lap cars out of the way so these guys can go at it and try to go for the win and battle amongst themselves.
5 to go.
4 more tenths.
Well, obviously I want Keselowski out of this battle.
1 second.
It'll be close. I don't know what it is about it.
I don't know, honestly. I don't know if LaJoy is really good enough, but he might be. Who knows?
I'm telling you, we're setting up for one right now.
Tire management so important.
Yeah, we've seen some great finishes in Atlanta, so who knows?
Get these long runs, especially late. Start pushing the issue, trying to go faster. You're going to use up those tires a little bit more.
Truex 2800ths quicker the last lap, 2300ths quicker this lap, and you see Joey Logano, but he is 1 lap down after that pit stop.
I think
4 to go.
Mike, I gotta believe that Keselowski maybe backed it down a little bit.
It's a good race. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I thought I was not gonna say that, but it's actually kind of a good race. I don't like the package really, but it's still a good race.
Saw Roger Penske this morning in the garage area conferring with his teams. He's likely on the roof watching this unfold. As Brad Keselowski,
Come on, Brad.
What a tough it out day for him with the lead with 3 to go, and it's just 7 tenths now.
Was it just now to the driver change?
That was a 23 to a 53 that time. Truex the fastest.
And Truex really closed in.
I don't know, it's gonna be good. This is gonna be good. I'm hoping Brad can win. What I hope happens is they both wreck on the final lap and then fucking Curtis wins.
Truex is there. He's just 6 car lengths.
Fuck that. No, come on, Brad.
Keselowski as they come.
Don't let that fucker win. Don't let that cum-cock win. No.
I just really believe Keselowski's feeling some vibration or something in that right front that's forced him to back off. He goes to the low groove.
Just
1 and 2. That's going to
go all out. I don't care if you got a vibration. You gotta go.
Yeah, he should be side by side getting into 3 here. Pretty close.
Alright, it's gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
19 is there.
2 car lengths.
Keselowski's going to have to drive a defensive
Hey,
line
come on,
now.
Brad.
Coming to the white flag, that'll be 1 to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Hold him off.
Man, what a battle.
Last lap at
And
Atlanta.
Logano's the
3
pit
car
road.
lengths is the difference.
Which way will he go? Which way will he go? Is he
That time, that lap, Keselowski was faster.
Yeah.
He goes
Well,
back
because
to the top
I think it
in
went all
turn 2.
hell.
I love what Brad Keselowski did right there. He went to the bottom. The lap before went to the top this time. Truex really didn't know which lane to pick down in 1 and 2.
Well, that was the problem. He didn't know.
Yeah,
whether
Brad
he was
gonna
high or
win.
low, and it took his line away.
There have been 4 last lap passes in Atlanta. Turn 4. For the final time, Brad Keselowski is going to win the Folds
I
of
mean, I'm not
Honor
happy. I'm just happy
500.
Truex lost. So, and Harvick lost.
How to manage
I don't
a
dislike.
lead.
I don't dislike Keselowski, so I don't
What's the
really
use of having a
care.
big lead if you don't use it? Always he used her up.
It's nice. No, it was a good race.
Career win for Keselowski. He last won in Las Vegas in September. Second victory in Atlanta. And the 60th career win for Brad with Team Penske.
Oh, good job, Brad. Way to hang in there today. I'm proud of you, man. It's a great run.
Breaking a tie with Indy 500 champion,
You too, buddy.
Trans Am champion, and Can-Am star, the great Mark Donohue.
They got to do that start-finish line interview.
Today's victory
They don't
was
do it on
fueled
Fox,
by
but they should.
Sunoco. Sunoco is fueling victories all season long. Brad's trademark move is having the American flag accompany him on his victory lap.
And you know what, Mike? Bill French Jr. would be mighty happy with the outcome of that race. He had a Ford first, Toyota second, and a Chevrolet third. He's had a pretty good day.
It was a good day. It was a good race.
Yeah, and almost.
Really good race. It wasn't not a really good race. It was just a good race.
Kurt Busch third, Kevin Harvick fourth, Clint Boyer rounds out the top 5. Then Kyle Busch, Eric Jones, pole sitter Eric Almirola, Chris Buescher, and Daniel Suarez, the top 10.
We'll find out how much rubber's left on those tires. Brad Keselowski.
The rears, I'd say plenty.
Just don't want to tear up the quarter panels.
Pretty fitting. Folds of Honor sponsoring this race today, and Brad Keselowski honoring those troops with that American flag.
He does that. Great job.
Good race. Good race.
3 drivers have now won 5 races.
I actually kind of enjoyed that. Like the final 100, like 150 laps, I enjoyed.
Ford picks up its first win since Homestead in November.
37 beat
And
Gibbs
they're
car. Which one?
32nd at a track where they used to
Jones.
dominate. On the old layout of
I mean, they
Atlanta
did last
Speedway,
week too.
The Wood
You weren't
Brothers,
racing to win unless you had a Ford.
Wood Brothers, Bud Moore.
Is anyone gonna be mad at anyone?
We always call
He
it a
knows.
Ford racetrack.
Oh, Hamlin, yeah.
Shows you how much rubber and grip is left out
Yeah.
there.
But yeah, 37 beat Truex last week. So
Well, we have a camera crew chasing Brad Keselowski. Trying to get a word with him as they set up the stage for Victory Lane. Here's Jamie.
And Kurt Busch talking to his new boss man, Chip Ganassi. Kurt, 650th start, and you're just as competitive as ever. Top 5 most of the race. How proud are you of this effort when you guys are just getting to know each other?
Yeah, I can say that it wasn't anything fantastic or anything exciting, but it really was. To finish third in our second outing together and to run with, you know, the who's who of the sport, it just shows Ganassi's got the right stuff. I mean, Larson had a tough break. We caught a good break to get on the lead lap with Logano and to race in the top 5 at the end. But you know, all in all, for us to get gelled together, to learn what loose and tight was, but man, I just struggled in turns 3 and 4, and that's where I got arm wrestled. And they took us, but hey, you know, we're top 5 in this kind of run. So thanks to Monster Energy, ComServe was on our car this weekend. Chip was standing right there, and thanks to Felix and Rob, our owners. It's a good 3rd place finish for second.
Kurt Busch going back to his home track next week, Mike.
Yeah, Las Vegas, well done. By Kurt Busch, and for this fella, Brad Keselowski, ill for most of the week.
he definitely does not look like he's
Had
feeling
a couple
good.
of brief practice runs on Saturday, and that was it. But boy, Winning is the best medicine. Richard Petty, the 1969 season opener at Macon, Georgia. Petty had the flu. Winning was the best medicine that day, and this. Matt?
And Mike catching up with Martin.
I know Johnson did it once in like Texas one
You're
year.
very frustrated. Why?
You guys did not feel good at all, and then you just
Just
won.
lap cars, you know. I mean, it's a shame we got put in that position on that last restart, you know. But that's, you know, the way the caution fell. Really proud of the team. Great rebound there for last weekend. Bass Pro Shops, Tracker ATVs and Boats. Thank all you guys. Everybody at Toyota, everybody back at the shop at JGR. They built a great race car here, and man, I could taste that one. It was, I really wanted that first Atlanta win. Just, you know, the 17 rode there in front of us forever and ever.
Yeah, he actually they've spoiled Truex so much that it acts like everything is going through adversity. Looking for my first short track win. Truex gone through so much adversity, never won at a short track. Like, shut the fuck up. Truex has never won at a restrictor plate track. He's been through so much trouble, so much adversity trying to get this first restrictor plate win. Like, shut the fuck up. It doesn't even matter. If he wins the race, he wins the race.
Brad Keselowski will celebrate in Victory Lane in Atlanta when we come back.
Oh, there's a GoPro on the flag too, so I can't wait to see that.